Well, would you look at that? I just decided to check out if my new HDMI switcher works. And it does. Let's race this guy. Have we got time to race this guy? Probably not. Right, here we go. Let's race him. Get all the way up there. No worries. Ooh, this cheeky guy. Oh no. Just about. Fantastic. Well, that works. Good. Great. Now I know that works. That's fine. No one cares about your update. Skype.
Yep, I really am this fabulous. Hard to believe, I know.
Right, we have 5 people. Hello. 5 people. How's it going? You alright? How are things? How are tricks? What we saying? Oh my god, that's so fucking loud.
Yo,
Yo.
hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
I think I'm fine, you know.
Right.
As they say.
Yeah. What do you know?
Not a lot. What do you know?
Not much.
Not much. That's it. I don't know what else to say. What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
How's your week been? Have you had a good week?
Long.
Oh, it's always long, isn't it?
It's been a long week.
And then you're back at work again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm off. I'm off, man. I've got a day off tomorrow.
I was at work today.
I was at work today.
Yeah.
What evs?
But yeah. 6 days.
I'm at work nearly every bloody weekend.
6 days this week.
6 days, jeez. Welcome to the real world.
Fuck off, I've been in the real world for ages. You're the one in the fucking...
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I'll turn this down, I'll have a fucking week off, yeah, fuck it.
Well, you know, that's how it goes. No, I've worked loads, man. I'm working regularly over 50 hours a week.
Are you going to carry on doing the agent stuff?
I'm not,
Agency
mate. I've got a job now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I've just told you.
When did you get that?
About 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Oh, did you? What? One of the places that you
Yeah.
work at?
It is, yes. It was one of the places I worked at.
Let me guess. Was it the power plant?
No, God, no. I don't want to work there.
Was it the police station?
No, I've not worked at the police station.
I just took a guess. Is it a school?
No, it isn't.
Is it a prison?
No.
Is it a school for prisoners?
No.
Is it a
God, keep guessing. I like this game.
where would they need? Shit. Is it like a corporate business?
No.
Is it a?
I'll add Derek while you're sort of trying to guess.
You gotta give me a clue.
Religion.
Is it a religious place?
Kind of.
Is it Quakers?
No.
Is it church people?
Kind of church people, yes, that's
Chris-
a good guess.
Christians?
Sort of, yes. Well, yes, Christians, yeah.
Jobs? Are they
A
jobs?
specific type of Christian, though.
Mega.
Just gonna
What are you saying, Duke? Go on. What?
Satanists.
No, not
Not
Satanists.
Christians, because Satan was cast out of the kingdom of heaven.
No, not Satanists. No.
Good morning, fellow Satanists.
Methodists.
No. You're
Jehovah's
close. You're getting close, though. You're getting close with Methodists. You know, that's a
Scientologists.
No.
Satanists.
No, we've gone over the Satanist thing. No, it isn't them.
Is it a jail for Christians?
No.
Roy Morrists.
It's all right. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you
Just
now
tell
because
us.
oh my god, no,
Wow.
it's a retirement home for ex nuns and fathers.
Ah,
Ah.
and interesting.
There you go. There you go.
Hot crowd then.
Yeah, they're lovely, man. They're lovely. Honestly, they're
Do
lovely.
you get any lookers? Do you go, whoa,
Not particularly. They're all over about 80.
whoa,
So-
God.
It's racist. Why you gotta say they can't be hot?
Whoa. Have you seen, have you seen,
Yeah, but they're like old nuns and fathers.
Have you seen
and so they're
Doreen?
celibate. They're celibate.
They're
and
ready
stuff,
to
you know what
roll,
I'm
man.
saying?
They're retired. They're out of the church now. It's
Have you
like,
seen-
No,
it's getting busy.
no, you
Have you
can't say
seen-
shit like that.
have you seen
She's-
Doreen? Oh, she's looking hot this week.
Yeah.
Oh. Doreen is so up for it.
Waiting
Yeah,
for
right.
5 years.
Ooh. So, like, hold on. So, like,
Go on.
you know nuns, yeah?
Yeah,
So
Oh,
they
I
don't,
know.
they don't have the dick, is that correct?
that is correct. Yes, they're celibate usually.
Or the beaver. We don't discriminate. So,
Yeah, for
Lesbian
fathers.
nun.
no, for, like, lesbian nuns. I don't know. Right, so, like, they're, like, absolute no dick at all.
Supposed to be, yes. Supposedly,
Do you reckon
yes.
there's a bit of dick going on?
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
Not at the retirement. home.
Oh yeah, you've seen some
Glad
stuff
that
of
you
his.
No, right, listen, right.
walked into the frozen cupboard of here and gone, oh,
No, there's
Doreen's having it off with Trevor.
Get out, but close the door.
There's 28 residents and only 3 of them are male.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
ladies' choice.
It is. It is ladies' choice. Yeah, it is.
That was 3 blokes, eh? Phew, have you seen a bit of Doreen? Phew.
Yeah.
She's got a good nose on her. Good nose.
It is funny though. It is funny because the fathers do get a lot of fussing over by the nuns. I've got to say.
Do they?
You know, when another guy comes to visit the place and they're like, no, there's no openings. Goodbye.
You just let her in. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. That was the last opening.
Yeah, that was it.
It's like Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
So this
They've
is
she set a LiDAR beacon, which I've just remembered is grill shaped.
I've had to do a lot of work at a hospice this week.
Have you now? Yes.
Yeah.
Is
And
that the hospice? The hospice where you did the
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I
And
work on APs.
you go in there, right? And they're just fucking having the time of their life, right? They just fucking go in, and because I've been in like 4 times this week. I go in, and like they're you're all right, very friendly and everything. Well, the 3rd, 4th time, they're like, come and play dominoes. Come on, come and play dominoes. You young fuck. You know, and I was like, no, I'll play poker. Yeah, we play poker as well. Play poker with us. And I was like, you want to grab my money off you? You lot are loaded, right? I'm not going to need money to spend.
I'm gonna fleece you.
Yeah, and then I robbed them all.
So let me just get this straight, right? You're going into a place where people are dying, and you're trying to fleece them.
They're on their last legs.
You're trying to,
but they're all right.
They're take it with you, man.
Yeah, but
Just remember. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because this is what Chinny said they were doing. At the hospice place.
People are dying.
They're loving it. No, but like they're you go in and they're all like fucking painting shit and drawing shit, and I'm like,
You never appreciate what you have until you realize it's gonna.
Yeah. No, to be fair, right? I've worked in 2 hospices. I have worked in 2 hospices.
They're like really nice places to
Where
be.
people are dying, man. They want to get on, man. They're getting on.
Fucking, and most of them say, spend your money. Don't fucking keep it.
Yeah.
Every one of them just goes, just spend your
man.
money. Just fucking spend your money. Like, don't
Joe
be a
watched
twat.
Derek. You guys see the show Derek?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I didn't like it.
Takes place in a hospice or a hospital.
Oh, it's a rest home, but it's a bit. I don't know. I just didn't find it funny.
Well,
I don't think it's meant to be
through
like
all the different
ha-ha
genres.
funny,
That's what I like about it, is that parts of it are funny, parts of it are sick, parts of it are disturbing, parts of it are really sad and tender, parts of it are beautiful.
Talking about sick, let's get on with the fucking show.
Yeah, let's talking about sick. You know.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
I am Rick Conding.
Welcome, yo, to the veteran gamers. Juju, Jimmy, and the fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite savior.
Why do you always do this?
Why do you always not shut up? It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
Very proud of you.
It's the
That's very
veteran
nice.
gamers.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, boy.
We ain't doing geometry.
Switch
We
that
trying to play some
console out
games.
before you have to press repeat, yo.
Hello and welcome to episode 400. I only said 200 again. Then I don't know what's going on.
Really said
413 of the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Yay, 413. We hope we got the number right. Yay.
Yeah, I'm Stu.
Did Duke go?
You know, he's only been off for a week and he's shit, isn't he? What's
Fuck
going
off.
on?
Oh, I didn't know what he's doing.
I didn't
What
hear
the
Duke
hell?
say I'm Duke.
I am Duke.
I am Stu.
I know I'm the other guy.
I am Rick Conding.
Yeah, Chinny. Hello.
Yeah,
Feeling better, Chinny.
yeah.
I am.
Yeah,
feeling
how's the
better.
Munchausen's? Is it good?
I haven't watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and everybody's gonna go, "Oh my god, you ever watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off? It's a fucking amazing film. Oh my god, oh my god, you ever watch it? You ever make videos and you ever watch it?" No. So,
It is.
yeah, I will. I don't know. I got stuff to do. But yeah, I was off, and I heard last week's show, and I've got a response to your thing that you said, Stu.
What thing? What are you talking about?
So, can you play me the flashback jingle, Duke?
Yes, we'll play you the flashback jingle. So, Antonio, about this Rocket League thing, man. We should
Yeah,
play some
man.
games.
Fuck off.
Let's
Fuck
do
off.
it.
I'm young and fuck you. Hey, bloody hell, fucking Chinny. Hey, Duke, you fucking cut your hand off or your thumb, whatever, and you fucking still turn up. And Chinny, he fucking, fucking trips over a fucking piece of thread and he can't fucking make it. Right?
Yeah, I know, right? What's up with that? Chinny,
What-
boo.
what-
Chinny
what-
sucks.
Yeah, boo, Chidi. What's the matter with you?
Okay, we need to go back to the present.
This is the present. What are you talking about? We were in the
What's the
present.
matter with you?
Now we're in the future.
So my response to that is A, fuck you. B, fuck you, because
Look,
it's funny to
You
say
had a
twice.
fucking operation and made it to the show.
Yeah, right. Well, and C, this is my point. When Duke has an operation on his thumb,
Nearly
right?
had his thumb chopped off by a
whatever.
dog's mouth.
Oh god, everything's so bad for him. Whatever. Right. So, what I'm saying is, him cutting off his thumb doesn't.
And general anaesthetic. And
Does-
you.
Oh my god.
Finish his point, Stu.
Oh my
sorry.
god. I couldn't really speak last week.
That's true. My thumb doesn't impede my ability to talk.
And like, if I had chopped my leg off, right, I could still speak.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? You all right, Chinny? Yeah, not too bad. Just my leg got chopped off. Perfect.
Talk about an arm and a leg. I've paid half that price. But no, like I had really bad allergies, and it just hit me the Saturday night, and I was fucking in a terrible mood all day. And I mean, to be fair, I did text you about 4 or 5 o'clock.
You did.
And I said, look, I don't think this is gonna weigh up. And I was just miserable all day, because when you know allergies, and I've talked about it before, how I had the jab and everything was fine, but then it wore off. You know, like, you're just fucking miserable. My face was hurting, my jaw was hurting, my nose kept on dripping, and I was sniffing every 5 seconds, and it was just gross, and I just wasn't really in the mood for it, and I played a fucking video game instead.
What game? Play? Or no, I'm not talking about that yet.
No, we can't, because the
come to that, we'll
rules of
come
the
to
show is that we can't.
The rules.
We can't talk about things.
Put the rules up. Rules. Number 1, Lillian cannot use the phone ever again.
I'm guessing that's a Throma thing.
It is. It's some reference to something. I'm just laughing to.
Yeah.
Humour.
I thought you
It's
knew
fine.
Raw by Eddie Murphy.
I do.
I do.
Yeah, I do know that.
I do.
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Anyway, so that's why I was ill last week. But well done to Antonio.
Yeah.
But
Antonio.
you're fired.
You're fired.
Fired. Never coming on again. That's it.
No,
Job done.
until the next time one of us is ill or whatever.
That's right. That's true. Actually, I was saying to Kay today, I've only missed one show, apart from when I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been here for every show.
He's a trooper.
I'm a trooper. Not like you, sicko.
If you went out in the spaceship, you'd be a starship trooper.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have wanted me on the show.
No, I probably wouldn't. Even not if you're sniffing all the
No,
time and dribbling
no.
snot everywhere.
I wasn't really in the mood for it. I mean, it's not like I get, reality check. I know I'm fine and I've got my health and all this sort of stuff, but like, I just really was.
Look, you're only young, man. What are you webbing
I
about?
was in a sour mood. You know what I mean? I was just like,
Were you
"Oh,
sour?
fuck
Were you
this."
sour?
And I was like, I'll play a
I want
fucking.
someone like that on this show, man. God. That would be
God, no.
terrible.
I'll play.
Like Duke,
I'll play
he's
a
always
good
like
video
upbeat.
game. That's what I thought.
Yeah, trailers suck. That's my job. You can't
Let's
be this.
do it. Let's do E3. Woohoo!
Exactly. Yeah, I'm a Sour Patch Kid. Thank you, Duchess. That's a good way to describe me.
I like him, Sour Patch Kid.
Anyway, I want to talk
Yeah.
about the
My
beautiful.
favorite time. It's story time. Story
I'm
time.
really got a story time. I glued my hands together.
What?
Uh,
A good story.
Whoa,
Just before the
just
show.
a minute. Hold
not
on a
like
second
proper
here.
together. Like
Why did you do that?
Super glue.
Like, I was doing this thing with glue,
I was
right?
really bored.
And
You were like, does that super glue really stick your
does it
fingers
really
together? Let's
work?
see.
I
Does
bet
it
it
really
does.
do that?
Watch
Yeah.
this.
Sticks to all surfaces. We'll see about that glue.
Yeah, no, it's not working. Oh shit!
No,
my
I
fingers
was
stuck.
doing a thing, and then it all went a bit fucked, and I spilt some on the settee, which was really
dear.
bad. And then
What were you sticking? What were you sticking?
it was
Let's
like
get
this.
to the...
It was this thing, this cover for like an air vent thing. It was fucked. Anyway,
I know the air vent in the lounge. I've seen this.
yes, and I was covering it up. Anyway, I fucked it up, and it's fine now. It might have fallen down by now, but whatever. And I glued my hands a bit together, and then I said to Tara, I said, "Look, do you love me?" And she says, "Yes, I do."
Would
I
you
said-
love me if I only had one big hand?
And he
You
says,
love
"You
me,
know
You
that."
had to take me to casualty.
And I said, "Do you know that vent that you always bother me to cover? Would you be happy if I said I've done that now?" And she said, "Yes, I'd be very happy." And I said, "Well, good news, I've done that." And then I said, there is some bad news. And she went, right, what is it? I've put glue all over the settee and all over my hands. And and she dumped me. And I'm on my
The
own.
only thing is that she didn't put the
right
she didn't
before
glue
Christmas
your
as
hand
well.
on the settee. That could have been worse.
Yes, yeah. And now I'm on my own. And now she left me. So it's all turned out fine.
Or, you know what? It could be worse. It could be worse because years and years ago, we need the sound again. Where's the sound, Duke?
For the flashback.
Years. Oh, we're going
Yeah.
back years now. It's not
Years.
just a couple of days now. We're going back years. Oh man, I think I'm gonna move up to Wisconsin, man. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
I'm 10 years old. What's going on?
I was probably about 15 at the time. That's how long ago
Oh.
this is.
my God.
Uh,
We can go further
I
back.
know.
Like
But we
3.
wanted to glue something, and we found some super glue, but the lid was glued on. You know, it had
I
sort
love
of.
how Stu does a flashback and then keeps talking about it as if it's in the past tense. Here, we're in your. What were you in the kitchen?
Okay. So
Okay.
yes, in the
You're in the
kitchen.
ki- okay. Hey
And
man,
my-
I'm trying to open this glue, but it's all glued shut.
glued shut. So my friend said I can get that open and put it in his mouth to try and get the lid off.
Oh man, that's a smart man.
Great idea until he squirted super glue in his mouth and nearly stuck his tongue to the roof of his mouth.
Oh no.
Luckily, he realised what was happening and stuck his face under the cold tap and
Oh.
sort of set all the glue. But he ended up with super glue all over his tongue, his teeth, all over his gums.
Oh.
But
I hope
luckily,
somebody listening right now who has heard the Ricky Gervais thing where he goes, a tongue? You mean a tongue? Oh, you mean a tongue? Oh, okay. Because that's what Stu sounds like. Tongue.
tongue. But yeah, so he ended. So luckily for him, it was a very close call, but he almost stuck his tongue.
Apparently, if you
Remember, kids, never put super glue in your mouth.
that's not true.
Which
When-
bit?
When should you put super glue in your
When
mouth?
should you?
When
That's
should
a
you-
good question. When your tooth falls
Yes,
out.
I've heard that. Someone sticking the crown
Oh,
back
don't
in with.
super gluing your teeth back together. Go to the goddamn.
No, it's true. No, like if I know somebody that was driving, right, and he was chewing some like sweet or whatever, and his whole like molar came out, right,
He glued it in.
and it was bleeding so much, and he didn't know what to do, and luckily he had some super glue in the car. And he glued it back in, and he said to the dentist, "Look, I was like, I didn't know what to do, so he thought he was being really stupid, right?" And the dentist said that was the best thing you could have done.
I don't think it is.
Wow.
I don't think super gluing your molar
Well,
back in's a
super
good
glue was
We
idea.
actually have
invented.
some. Wait. We have some audio of that moment. Here we go.
Holy crap, tooth just fall out?
Super
Thank you,
glue.
30 Rock.
Super glue was invented to stitch wounds together for the war.
It's true. It is. It's true
So
because it
what-
was quick
that's
and
a
easy.
tooth-
Stick it in your mouth.
So that's a tooth coming out of your mouth that's
Your mouth.
your mouth. I don't
What's
know.
going on? Are you suddenly become West Country? What's happening?
Matthew Weston has said into the chat. What's a dentist's favourite time?
2:30.
Tooth 30.
Ah, that's pretty good. What did the
Yeah.
pirates say after his 79th birthday?
I don't know. What did the pirate say after his 79th birthday?
I'm matey.
I'm 80. That's pretty good. Well, I've got a work-related joke.
All right.
I've got a work-related joke. What do you call a nun throwing all her bills into the fire?
I don't know what.
Sister Bernadette.
Bernadette!
What you been
We
playing?
gotta move the fuck on. This is getting ridiculous.
Good playing. What you been playing?
An Englishman, an Irishman, and a Scottishman all go into a bar and they go, "Oh, this is kind of like a joke."
That's funny. Right, Ginny, you're
Yeah.
up first in your journey last week. Go
So
for it.
last week when I wasn't on the podcast, I decided to play a video game called Firewatch. I was looking forward to playing Firewatch because Firewatch is a game that I'd like to play. So then I played Firewatch. I don't know why.
Uh-oh.
This
Where
is
is this going?
fascinating blow by blow.
I thought, hey, Firewatch, that looks like a good game. So then I played it. with
Uh-oh.
my hand.
Whoa, slow down. Which hands were the ones super glued together?
Yeah, super glued the controller to
with his massive finger, which was too.
Actually, I don't know that would really hurt your ability to play Firewatch because most of it is just listening to people talk.
Yeah, most of it is. Yes. Oh, I don't know why that happens like that, but whatever. So, yes, I played Firewatch, and Firewatch, for people that don't know, is a game where you watch fire from a watchtower.
Kind of.
You walk around. It's all like it's like a book. It's like a book, like a boring book, and like a big fucking boring book.
This is not going well.
It starts, and you're like, this is a book, I guess, and then you go, okay, oh no. No, it's fine. Nothing happens.
What a roller coaster of emotions when you're playing.
It was.
It was. Where's the?
Move that out of the way. Yeah. So in Firewatch, you're a dude, and you're like, I've got a wife or whatever, and she's got dementia and stuff, and that was kind of like a decent.
Just choose your own adventure first.
Was it?
Did you talk to her in the club?
Yeah, you have to choose.
Wait for her after. I don't know.
Yeah, who cares? Like, I don't know. I punched her.
That's
Right,
gonna
I don't
make
know.
a big difference in the story.
Does it?
Yeah.
No.
Right. Okay. Exactly. So anyway, so
Does it
like,
fuck?
there's all this thing, and then you take a summer break watching fires as you do, and then there's a woman in the other. Shut up! There's a woman in the other tower, Delilah or something. I don't know. Tom Jones was there. I don't know what's going on. Right. So then you're in this tower, and Delilah's like, oh, fucking, you gotta sort this thing out, and you build up a relationship with her, and then you stop some teenagers or something at a lake, and then it gets all a bit fucked up, right? And that's when it gets interesting. It's like, oh, it's all fucking weird.
There's a dude up on the cliff looking at you.
And I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is getting good. I'm getting into it, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful looking game, and it's well acted. I have to say, it's top notch acting. I really liked it.
Very good, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was all sweet. But I sound like I'm more down on it than I am. I felt like it did get a little bit boring. Mainly because I feel like there was a certain like it went up in the middle and was like, this is quite exciting, this is really good, and then it kind of peters out a little bit, and it doesn't really. The mystery isn't as exciting as you. I suppose that's true.
It's a bit like a Stephen King book, because most Stephen King books start well, have a really good middle, and then he's a bit shit at endings.
And then, they explain it, and explaining it out and outright in the way they did is pretty boring. The way what it turned out to be, and I don't know, and I'm sorry for people that haven't. I mean, it's a couple of years old, so that's why I'm sort of talking about it so loosely, but. I don't know. I was getting excited about it. I thought this is pretty good. I'm into it.
You know, we need to just go ahead and say it.
Warning! Warning! Warning!
We're about to spoil the hell out of Firewatch. Skip ahead 5 minutes if you don't want spoilers.
Yeah, and I suppose like there's a whole mystery of like you're being watched and stuff. You know, you're being watched and finding like things about. You know, you like your conversations being logged and anything, and there is a moment in the game where it's like, am I fucking imagining this? Is this all in my head? And you kind of thinking that, aren't you, all the way through? You kind of thinking this is he's just fucking, and she says no, this is absolutely real. And I thought that was interesting. And I get it. You never see Delilah and all that bollocks. And
but see, that's the part that bugged me is that like I thought at some point I was gonna run into someone else because you keep seeing like fragments of them. The girls are out on the island. The dude is up on the cliff. Yeah. Delilah's over in that other thing, and like we never actually get any interactions.
You do. You see the guy in the helicopter at the end. He waves at you like that.
Right.
Yeah, look, I just felt like they came up with this really interesting premise, and it's very, very good and very well made. But it just you're being watched, you're being monitored, and then it turns out to be a chap who has been living there for a while because his son died, and I didn't really quite understand why he was doing it. And that was it, you know. And it's just like
ipsos custodes, man.
What?
Quis custodius ipsos custodet? Who watches the Watchmen?
Right. Yeah.
Because you're the watchman watching the fire, but there's someone watching you.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Watching the fire.
It's dumb. That's dumb. So I just felt...
You know, I love the fact that you were given this Instamatic camera at the beginning, though, and I don't know whether you're aware of this, but there's a website you can log on to, and you can have those photos printed. So the photos that you take on the Instamatic.
Memories of a fake game.
Yeah,
yeah,
you can do it.
The photos were a nice choice, like a nice bonus, and there's lots of things this game does very, very well, and I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer. Hello, Debbie Downer here. That's what Debbie Downer sounds like. And no, it's great, and all that stuff. And I like the fact that you have to look at your map and you have to kind of work out where you are, and it doesn't fucking hold your hand and all this.
No, it doesn't hold your hand at all.
I enjoyed that. I thought that was fine, and I suppose Gone Home has this kind of thing where, the ending of Gone Home is kind of explained. But I suppose the difference between Firewatch and Gone Home is Gone Home sort of doesn't give you much. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really. You have like bits and pieces. You know, it's very sort of slow. So you don't really expect much at the end, I suppose. Yeah, whereas Firewatch it's a real world, you know. Like, I know Gone Home, you're in a real house and everything, but it feels so isolated and strange, and it just has this weird feeling. So when you do get like a payoff right at the end, because you don't really get a payoff for it the whole game, when you do get one at the end of Gone Home, it's fairly satisfying. I would argue that it's not the best in the world, but it's decent.
You tried to argue that?
Shut up, dude. I read books and write stuff, whatever. So, like, you know,
that's the only person who's gonna like the end of Gone Home.
With Firewatch, it gives you lots. You know, it's very rich in dialogue. The acting's spot on. There's things that happen. You get knocked out and all this shit, and you know.
Oh yeah, there's loads of cool mystery stuff.
There's lots of mystery in it, and so I think the payoff needs to be higher. Do you know what I mean? The payoff needs to be bigger.
Yeah,
and
I
agree.
isn't.
It just isn't, and I was quite disappointed in that. So I liked Firewatch. I thought it was very good. I would be very, very interested in what they would do next. And I think, you know, I would happily play some. If somebody said to me, you know, the guys who made Firewatch, or this is Firewatch like, you know, I would be like, okay, cool. But a lot of this game is based on the merits of the actors and how well it looks.
Oh, they're fantastic. I mean, the voice acting is probably some of the best in any game.
Yeah, it's phenomenal, and I think they did a really good job of making them sound like real people, not just the actors, but the people that write the game.
Yeah.
Go on.
The other thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is that in Gone Home, I felt like I knew the house was deserted top to bottom, and like I was just going to be wandering around this empty house, and that's fine. With this game, you know, they put life into it. Like there's people coming and going, and
correct. Yeah,
again, like I feel like it's just out of reach, and therefore. You know, the world is changing as I'm going through it, and there's always a feeling of like you just got there after the person left.
Yeah. So everything's slightly elusive all the time.
And that's the opposite of what we want from games, I think, or at least for me. I guess I either want it to be totally desolate or let me actually interact with some of these people.
Yeah, I agree with both of you, really. I mean, I really like this game. I agree that the ending could have been definitely better. But I think we need games like this. You know, it's fine for EA, and we'll come on to that in the news, saying that people don't want linear, you know, story-driven games anymore. But I don't think that's true. You know,
There's
but
kinds of people who want a lot of different things.
Exactly. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, I like
right now.
I know. Yeah, no, not now. But I like Firewatch. I like these types. As you know, I like these types of games. So I hope they can. You know, people like.
Simulators? I didn't know that.
I love them. Yeah, so I hope these types of experiences keep on coming because I really enjoy them.
Yeah, I don't know. I sort of knew going in like that you wouldn't really come across people. I don't know why I knew that, but I did. But yeah, as walking simulators go, this is probably top notch stuff. But yeah, I still feel like the gaming industry is pretty early in this shit, you know, like trying to convey stories and tell stories, and we're figuring it out. And I think this is a step in the right direction. But yeah, I feel like they've got a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, one of the coolest things about this is the world, really.
Yeah, no, it's good, and It's well designed in terms of like how it guides you round, and sometimes it feels pretty linear in a way because you can only go this way, even though it's an open world map. So it's a lot more linear than you sort of think it is, except towards the end when you can actually go anywhere you want.
Yeah, do you know what I thought was really cool for me was towards the end of the game you get very familiar with the tracks and where you're going.
Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it?
No. Before you understand which direction to go to get to a certain place, and you're like, oh yeah, I know which way to go. And they added a DLC which introduced like a free roam.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
Go wherever you like.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered.
No, I couldn't. I did try it for a little bit, but I was like, without the narrative, it just doesn't kind of work the same.
Yeah.
Of course not. There's no reason to go wandering around. You can go anywhere you want.
There isn't.
I want to now.
Yeah.
There's a commentary one as well, and I'd be interested to play that. I always like commentary. That's one thing I miss about streaming and streaming services. They don't offer commentary and they don't offer behind the scenes, and I think people can learn a lot from listening to commentary and behind the scenes. I think they're very valuable if you're interested in like learning from how to design a game or make a movie or whatever. So
just like seeing a little bit of how the thing you love came to being.
No, absolutely.
I'm not or anything like that.
I mean, let's be honest here. Fight Club is probably one of the best film commentaries ever.
That was a very good commentary. Spike Lee also had a good commentary on Bamboozled because he went after some of his critics, and I was like, dude.
I don't think I've even seen the film, let alone listen to the commentary.
One of the best commentaries I listened to is the commentary of Phoenix Nights, the sitcom.
I've heard some of that. I've listened to some
fantastic. Look, they're just it's four comedians basically. The sitcom's like four old school comedians do running a working men's club, and they're all in the same room, so that they're not really watching it after a while. And sometimes they do, and they go, "Oh yeah, I remember this," and then but most of the time they're just talking bollocks, and it's pretty funny.
Well, as I've said before, the commentary for Spinal Tap was magnificent because they're in character.
Oh, really?
What the hell? Why do they always have to show the part of the trip where the plane crashes? Why not show the plane land? And then the other one goes, "Do we have a plane crash on this trip?" No, I'm talking figuratively.
I haven't listened to that. But like, listening to like I watch Back to the Future all my life, and then I listen to the director's commentary, when the DVD came out, and it completely blows your mind. And Christopher Lloyd was really ill when he did this, and he didn't want to do it. And I'm like, oh my god, this is like one of my favorite scenes when he did this. And it's just little things that you wouldn't even think of. And and it's like, oh yeah, I kept that jacket, and I've got that jacket at home, and it's just weird to know these kind of things. But anyway, Firewatch is good. Bit disappointed in the ending, and video games are dumb.
But it's definitely worth time. Like if anybody hasn't played Firewatch, you listen to.
I think if you watch a minute of Firewatch, you will know if you're going to play it or not. And if you haven't already, well, I've spoiled the whole thing, so sorry.
And to be fair,
some really good attention to detail in terms of like you find books along the way, and like they have some really cool covers. I think those covers are really good.
Yeah, that was picking up all those books, by the way. Is obviously someone like you, Duke, who's well read.
Yeah.
Picks those up and goes, this is great. I pick those up and go, fuck you, writer, clever person. Like, I get it. You read books. I get it. Like, I don't know what these are, but if these were fucking DVDs, I'd be fine with it, right? So fuck you and your smart writing and your fucking narrative and all the 3 acts. Fuck you. That's how I read. Every time I pick a book, I think...
books.
I was just going to say the other good thing is that this is in the sales a lot, so you can always pick this up pretty cheap now. So
anyway,
there's no excuse.
That's enough for Firewatch.
Yeah,
it's done. Now? It's over. No, I haven't played anything else.
No, who do you want now? Round robin.
Round robin.
Round robin, maybe.
I want to get it. I want to talk about it, Stu.
What do you want to talk about, man?
You know what I want.
I know, right? I'll
play games with us, Stuart.
I know, right? Okay, here we go. My friend, look, I haven't got a Vive, by the way. Let's just clarify this. I haven't got a Vive, but I have a very good friend who has just purchased a Vive.
Oh my God!
Just purchased a Vive, and he gave me a text and went, "Do you want to come round and have a go?" So I was like, "Okay." So guess what game I persuaded him to buy?
Res HD.
No, I didn't know.
Well, then what?
Super hot.
Super hot.
So Super Hot VR. Now, I'm not sure you were aware of this, but it is a completely new game. So it isn't just a port of the original game.
Well, the mechanics presumably are the same, though, right?
Not really, kind of.
Well, the principle's the same. When
the principle's exactly the same, but it's been sort of built.
I know you put a VR helmet on.
You do, which is kind of cool, I've got to say.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, and the unfortunate thing is his room isn't quite big enough, if I'm being honest. So he's got his Vive set up. He's got the sensors.
You should have taken the helmet off, thrown it on the ground, and go, "Fuck you and your tiny little hovel. I'm not coming back until you get a good enough room."
No,
move.
No, it's not.
House.
It's not massively too small, but it is just slightly. And he's got a sofa bed in there. That doesn't help. Get
this piece of shit out of here so I can play my game.
But yeah, Super Hot VR. Right. Let's get into this.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. I've played, obviously, the original Super Hot. Okay.
Of course.
And Super Hot VR. You know, I used to say how Rez was the best game in VR.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, there's a new contender.
It's not anymore. It's not anymore because I'm telling you now, Super Hot in VR. I don't think this will just to clarify. I'm not sure whether it's available for PlayStation VR, but I just don't think
if you're going to buy yours back now.
But if it is, I don't think it'd be as good. I just don't. I don't think it would work anywhere near as well. And it's super hot, and it's also super cool.
I see what you did there. I see.
And I'll tell you why. Because after you complete each level is probably there's a couple of things different. Because obviously in Super Hot, you know, when you finish a level, it shows you the whole level and everything like in real time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, it doesn't do that in VR, so that's been done away with, and I think that was probably a cost constraint or something. So that's not in the game, sadly. But what is kind of cool is just throwing weapons away at the end of the level. We started doing this thing, right? We like taking it in turns. So we do a level and sort of have a few goes, and if we didn't complete it, then the other person will have a go. You know, it's like that really old-fashioned couch co-op, you know, where you just take it in turns like you used to back in the day.
Yeah.
And you could kind of just throw the weapons away if you like. We do a little flick of the wrist with the I don't even know what they call it. The touch controls. I can't remember which is which for the Vive and the Oculus.
Who cares?
But fuck me, it just feels so cool just to like flick the weapons away when you've finished a level.
Tusken says Super Hot.
Hot is on PSVR.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't see it working as well. Tusken I really don't.
It does work, and you're wrong. Fuck you. I don't know why you're saying
yeah.
Wow.
But like punching someone in the face is very satisfying.
You should do it for real.
Yeah, it always is. Oh, you mean the game?
Yeah, in the game, and sort of they've got obviously daggers, knives, baseball bats.
You should do it for real.
Yeah, and do you know what's really really cool? There was one level where people were behind a door, so there was like you were in a lift, the lift door's open, you could kind of hide behind the door, and you forget, right? There was one with a car with a boot up, and you were ducking behind the boot of the car so people couldn't shoot you, and you just forget that it's not real. It's so good, honestly. It really is really impressive. And I said really about 4 times.
You did say a lot.
I did. The other really cool thing is the sound. So the sound of it is really excellent. And like when you dodge a bullet, so you can literally dodge like, you know, Matrix styley. You hear the bullet hum past your ear. It's so, honestly, if you've got VR of any description, this is one of the best games in VR.
Now you know my feelings on VR, Stuart.
I do.
And I always make one exception to the rule, and this is the one. I've always wanted to try Super Hot VR.
He's gonna get hooked, people.
But after that, then VR.
Do you know what's the coolest thing is when you just pull off a series of really cool moves. So you'll punch someone in the face, take this the sword or dagger they've got, stab someone else. They let go of the gun. The gun flies past your ear, but you reach behind and grab it back. and then shoot the last person in the head, you know, and it's just, when it sort of works, it just feels incredible. Yeah. Like you're in some sort of really cool, like, action movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing, mate. Honestly, if you have VR in any form, this is, I mean, it was 15 quid or something, and this really is the game to buy, because it just is like being in sort of John Woo movie.
Is it worth buying the whole Vive for?
600 quid? It's a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
It is a lot
it's
of
so
money.
good, though.
I can't recommend someone forking out 600 quid just for this game, really. But if you've already got the kit, then you've got to play the game, is what I would say. It is impressive, really, really impressive. And it does show that, you know, with the right sort of developer and using the right sort of tech, you can really develop a proper experience, I guess, in VR.
I just don't see, after this idea, like, I just, like, yeah, but it still requires you to stand still. Right.
No, it doesn't. No, that's the whole thing with Vive. You're moving around all the time.
Yeah, but like you're not moving that far, right? You're not running through a game.
You're ducking, you're sort of weaving.
You're not like running through the level, though, is what I'm saying.
No, you can't. You can move to an extent, but they obviously had to think about PSVR as well, which isn't quite as adaptive, I guess, as Vive.
I don't. I think Super Hot's going to be one of those games where it's like the exception.
Yeah, it works really, really well, and
and every other VR game is just boring.
I don't think that's true, because I did play another one, which I'll talk about on the next round, on my next go.
I look forward to
which was also kind of
cool. About
that. So yeah, super hot VR. If you've got a Vive, you've got a PS4, and you've got the old PSVR, I definitely recommend it. It's very, very good. So there you go. There's my review. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's cool when you shoot a bullet, you know, like someone shoots at you and you shoot the bullet as it's coming towards you. It's amazing.
Yeah. You can chop it in half with a katana as well.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Have you played the actual Super Hot?
Yeah. I've played nearly all of it. I didn't finish it, though, funnily enough.
I finished it.
I know you did.
Because I'm great. And I play my games to the end.
But you can do, like, proper uppercuts or, like, you know, hooks, jabs.
Uppercut.
So, I mean, the Vive controllers are so much more sensitive than trying to play with Move controllers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're really, really accurate.
Yeah, Street Fighter 2. I think there was, like, a fighting game.
Hadouken!
It's a VR fighting game, I'm sure.
I can do jumpies by kicking a whole bunch quickly. Take that, desk.
But yeah, Super Hot VR, man. I'm telling you now, it shows that VR games can work. But like you say, Chinny, the problem is how many Super Hot VRs are there going to be?
Well, they'll probably make a sequel.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, I'm talking
even more Super Hot.
I'm talking sort of how many good VR games are they going to be?
Oh my god, dude! They should make it. They should call it Super Duper Hot.
Duper Hot.
That's it right there. You owe me money. Whoever made this game.
Well, they should just call it Really Hot.
I mean, I'll be honest. Pulling the helmet down over your face is so cool in game.
Or if they did a prequel, they could call it Lukewarm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
or they could do Ice Cold.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying something, Stu? Pulling down.
I'm done. Over to you, Duke.
Yeah. Rocket League. Antonio hollered at me and he was like, "Hey, man, we should play." I was like, "Let's do it." And we played some casual, one game. And then it was like, all right, I think we're warmed up. Let's try it. And we did some competitive, but we had so many connection problems. All the connection problems. It was so frustrating. Where's the set? Oh, there it is. So we only got to play one game together of competitive, and we did pretty well in that game. And it was like, I don't know. My favorite thing that I heard was when I scored a goal and Antonio was like, "Damn." I was like, "Yeah, you're damn right I'm good at playing even though I don't have thumbs."
Yeah. Dude don't need thumbs. Who cares?
Exactly. So I don't know. I'm still very proud of myself when I managed to pull off today I had a really good goal where I was like flying through the air and knocked it in just the right angle, and I was like, yes. It's so much more satisfying using the keyboard with no right thumb than it is with the controller. But it's also a lot more frustrating when I can't make the car do what I want because, turning on the controller is, 3-button combo. Turning on the keyboard is a 3-button combo, but it's a lot harder to do it on the controllers, or on the keyboard rather. So whatever, that's frustrating. But I've talked about Rocket League a lot already. So instead, I'll just mention that I started up a new house in Minecraft.
Oh, no.
The Reddit PvE server had a wipe. So I went there, and I'm building in Tabula, the little village of Tabula. So if anybody wants to build in Minecraft, come on to the Reddit PvE server, and I'll hook you up with a spot in our town.
So what's Tabula?
It's a little village that they've made. It's not anything worth interesting talking about. It's funny because I went in and I was planning on going to find some barren spot to make. Hey, Duchess, I see your roof chunk. Yeah, I was gonna go.
I don't even know. I don't even want to know what that.
Just go past it. Just go past it.
What does that even mean?
Duchess is taking apart the old chicken coop.
Oh, I was thinking like your roof of your house.
She just walked past the window holding up a piece of the roof, like smiling real big, like, hey, look what I got. So anyway, yeah, I was going to go off in the wilderness, but then this dude that I built with like 3 or 4 revisions ago, like 2 years ago, he was like, hey, you want to come build in our town? And I was like, I guess that'll be easier than just doing everything myself. He's like, here's some diamond tools. And I'm like, okay. So that was very nice of him. Shout out to PP Gome.
Here's my phone number.
Yeah. Come on over. And my grandfather in the hospice.
Do you want to come to my birthday party?
I'll be naked. I mean, what? I said there will be cake.
There's going to be loads of people there. My mom, my dad.
It'll be like an extra. She's like, the woman's like singing with her dad. It's like,
yeah.
Custard. Anyway, that's me done.
Is that what you done?
That's for
Is that back to me then?
Yeah. Well, no, it's Chinny's turn.
He hasn't got anything else.
PUBG, bitch.
Oh, God.
Chicken dinner, bitch.
Have you got another one?
Is that the solo?
You got a solo?
No.
I
was so close.
You're just second. A loser.
I got second.
Second. Well, you might as well have
That's a fancy word for losing.
You might as well have been 10th.
Fraser was watching me and said, I'm more nervous watching you than I am playing myself. And I had a bad circle and watching somebody play PUBG is so frustrating because you're like, oh, this is a, and but then I had a chicken dinner with squads and Fraser's in the chat so he can vouch for this. I was fucking badass in like Kev was all like, oh no, Chinny, I'm fucking done. Fuck me, fuck no, Chinny.
That can't confirm.
Can
that's pretty much
do? Fucking Chinny, I'm dead. Right, he's Scottish, by the way, and
really, I couldn't tell.
And he went down, and everybody else was dead. I was reviving him. I already killed somebody, by the way. But at this point, I was reviving him.
You were like reviving him with one hand and shooting people in the face with the other.
You can't do that in PUBG. You would know if you actually played it. Right, so I was reviving him.
Do that in Super Hot.
Stu.
Sorry, carry on.
So I was reviving him, and I had my hand over him, and for some reason in PUBG that revives him, and then everybody was like in the Discord chat going, oh no, Chinny, you're fucked because there's a guy behind yours creeping up on you. And I went, fuck this revive, stop reviving, turn round, pitty pit pat pat, brr, skippity pat, khra, skoo, skara, chemishk, Khadoosh, Mazel Tov, right? And I wrapped him up, and he was dead, D-E-D, dead, right? And then I get back to reviving. I'm like, don't worry, Kevin. And he was, Christ, Chinny, that was the best thing I ever did see. And so then I revived him, and then there was one guy left, and Kev was like, can he see him, Chinny? I can't see him with me eyes. And I was like, don't worry, cow, I got this. And I popped the fucker, and I got chicken dinner, and everybody had chicken dinner, and we all had chicken dinner.
Yay!
Chicken. PUBG continues to be the best. Just the best game. And the desert map is coming to the test server. And apparently Step J is very upset because it's 30 frames locked on the Xbox, which I don't really care about because
it doesn't matter.
Frame rates, I think frame rates are overrated because I would rather have a solid frame rate than a, fucking shitty one that dipped all the time. So GTA is 30. You know what I'm saying? GTA is 30. So whatever, doesn't matter.
It really doesn't. I don't think it makes any difference.
Well, no.
As long as it's solid, it doesn't dip and doesn't go up and down. That's what you need. You need it to be solid.
Anyway, that's me.
That's me. Oh, is it back to me?
I'm going to eat this mince pie that Tara just brought.
You eat a mince pie. Right, I'm going to talk a bit more about Lego City Undercover.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of GTA.
Speaking of GTA. So I've been playing some more of this week. I love this game, but there is some caveats.
Uh-oh.
There is some caveats. There are some missions that are a bit annoying. They're a bit annoying. There's some where you have to, like, for instance, there's one where you have to steal a truck and then drive it back into the city while you're being chased by the baddies, as you do. Yeah. But the trucks are pretty fragile things. So I had to do it about 6 times before I got to where I needed to get to because I kept getting blown up before I got there.
Jeez.
And I'm just like, so that happens. They're the only really annoying missions. The normal missions are kind of fun. And there are so many like references in this game. It's just crazy.
Give us one.
We've had references to Starsky and Hutch. Ooh. We've had references to, I'm trying to think now, we've had loads of references to Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
There's references to GTA itself. Yeah. They just keep on coming. It's just brilliant. And I've laughed out loud more times playing this game than South Park, I've got to say. Wow. It's funnier than South Park. I've said it. I think it's kind of funny because when this came out on the Wii U, I wanted to play it, but it was really expensive. And it never really dropped in price. And it's only since it came out for all the consoles that there's been some discounts. And I got this and I was like, it's just brilliant. I just love it. And it does feel like a GTA game, but in Lego. That's kind of what it feels. And the city is massive. I mean, they've created this massive open world and it just works so well. The car handling, I'll be honest, I think it's been copied off GTA because it is shit. Wow. I mean, driving these cars or trucks or whatever it may
be.
Yeah, you know it's shit, Ginny. Don't like pretend that it's not. But yeah, driving these things, they're just terrible. I mean, the handling's awful. You're just crashing into shit all the time. I mean, the only good thing about it is that you're the good guy, so you don't get arrested or chased by police or anything of that nature. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. It's just brilliant. I'll just love everything they've done in this. And it's kind of funny because Chinny and I, and this is probably just before this came out, we were at EGX, and we were in a queue with one of the developers of this game, I think it was. Because he was telling us he didn't give us any details, but he said there was a game coming out, a Lego game, which was different to everything else he'd released, and I'm guessing this was probably it. So I don't know what to say. If you see this cheat,
do you remember what queue he was in?
I can't. I do remember being in a queue with this guy. And we were chatting to him for quite a while, didn't we? You know, and he was saying, "Oh, something's coming out, and we're releasing this game, and it's going to be incredible, and you're not going to believe what we're doing." No, I don't remember, man. What was it?
The queue for the OnLive console.
Is that true? That's funny. That is very funny. That's how long ago this was.
Yeah.
But it's just great. I mean, they've realised this massive open world in a Lego game, and it just works. The problem is, like I said, the AI is a bit rubbish. It's sometimes really hard to finish these missions, like I say, where you're being chased because they're just crashing into you all the time. and the vehicles you're in just don't take a lot of damage. So it gets a little bit frustrating. But I much prefer the more puzzly, exploring type missions that you're given. Yeah. But it is structured like a GTA game. You know, it gives you these missions to do. You got to get from point A to point B and then complete whatever it tells you to do. And some of them, are, like I say, are kind of cool, and some of them are just a bit frustrating. So there you go. But yeah, definitely recommend it. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for me. Is anyone else got any other games? Duke?
Yeah, I got another game.
Go.
So last time I told you that Fallout served up a steaming pile of stupid. Fallout 4,
Far Harbor
DLC had this really.
Oh god, that stupid puzzle thing you were doing.
Yeah. So I finally finished it. Yay!
Yay!
But it was so annoying, and in fact, it was annoying enough to win me 3,000 karma on Reddit because I took a screenshot of it and I said, "Sorry, Fallout, this is the worst. This is the dumbest thing in any Fallout game ever," and almost everybody agreed with me.
There you go. You see.
So everyone else agrees that it's a dumb part of the game, and there's
let's be honest.
I'll help you to skip right over it.
Even from just seeing the video of it, it looked terrible.
Yeah, and the last level was really bad because it was so, like you know, like some Portal puzzles, you have to direct the beam, and that's what it was. And the beam, there were so many obstacles you had to go around, and at first you're like, how the hell am I going to do this? And then eventually when you figure out what you have to do, and then it's like, oh man, that's going to be a pain in the ass to get that. And it was. And it's the type of thing where like you only have a certain number of blocks to move around. And so you came to the point where I was like, I can't get over there. And then I was like, oh, I have to go back here and reuse those blocks. And it was just really dumb. So, but whatever, I finished it.
Isn't it funny, though, that they tried to ape some of the stuff in Portal, but it was just shit in Fallout, but really good in Portal?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I give them points for doing something a little different. Some people like the fact that it's a little unusual, but, you know, someone said, oh, at least it's better than all those missions where it's just go over here and shoot everybody. I like those missions. That's why I like Fallout.
Those are good.
Shoot everybody. So whatever. I mean, I'm done. There's a mod you can use to skip over it if anybody doesn't even want to bother. But yeah. So, and now
somebody asked in the chat. Somebody asked in the chat, Duke, and I forgot who it was. So sorry to the person that did. Would you play Skyrim in VR? Would you try it? No. Would you try it?
I mean, I would try it if it were free. You know, somebody had it. And
somebody
they
said,
like, oh,
Duke, I got this thing. Duke, you love Skyrim.
I mean, I'm interested to try, but I just can't imagine having fun with the way it moves.
No, well, I mean? You can say that about any VR game apart from Super Hot VR. Shut up, Stu.
Yeah, Super Hot is amazing.
You know.
But that's the thing. The whole point of Skyrim is, I mean, the only time I think Skyrim VR would really be awesome is if you're on that stupid 8-directional treadmill.
Yeah.
But then I'd feel like a twat for playing on that.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, but you just forget because the helmet's on your head. You forget about it.
Yeah, you feel like a Dover King. Dude.
Yeah, be fine.
The Dover King.
Hey, Dover King.
Dover King. Dover King.
That's it. That's it. You got it.
There you go.
So anyway, yeah, I'm on to the next part of Far Harbor now.
So is it improved now since the shit?
I actually didn't. I got so frustrated with it, and it took so long. And at one point, like when you fall off those little blocks, you basically die, but you just start right back where you were. And then because you're standing in the data stream, it says, "Do you want to leave?" And I'm always like, "No, I don't want to leave." So I kept having to restart, but it's not restarting the whole level. It's just restarting where you are in terms of your positioning. Everything else, all the blocks you've arranged, all the...
It just looks like a really shit Minecraft.
The point is, at one point, I accidentally clicked, yes, I want to leave. And I was like, no, I'm almost done with that level. I better not have left. Ah! And then I went back in, and it was like, oh, everything's the way it was. I was like, okay, thank God. So... it wasn't as bad as it could.
God, it might have been a recreation of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's sort of having a complete meltdown.
Half an hour. But it was a half an hour. And so I was just like, I need a break from this, man. So I'll be going back soon and finishing Far Harbor, hopefully by next week. Because I really want to get on to Nuka World. Because from what I understand, Nuka World is just raiders, and more raiders. And I'm just like, yeah, let me at them.
Yeah, shoot people in the face, man. That's what you want.
That's what I want.
That's what you want.
I'm not interested in going back to Fallout at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I must admit, I've got this, and I was like, can't be bothered. I'm done.
Yeah.
Done with Fallout 4.
Yep, and it sounds like we're done with this part of the show.
No, we aren't. I've got loads of stuff to talk about. What are you talking about? I've still got shit to talk about.
Well, then hurry up and do it.
I don't know. Right, okay. Yeah, Quiver. Quiver was another game I played.
Quiver?
Quiver.
Okay.
This is kind of
shit.
An apt name, I have to say. Because not only does it describe what you keep your arrows in, but it also describes how your arm feels after you've been playing this game for a while.
See what you did there?
How your penis feels.
How your penis feels, yeah. So basically, it's an archery type game. But it's
an archery game on VR.
I know, yeah. But it's also like a base defense game. So you kind of like...
a base defense game on VR. There's not many of those.
I know, yeah. It's hard to describe.
There's loads of them.
I know, shut up. Yeah, you kind of have arrows and you have gates to defend. But then there's also like a weird globe in the air. And when you shoot enough enemies, you move on to the next gate. So that's kind of how it works.
It's a defense. It's a wave game with arrows.
Yeah, kind of waves, but they're not really waves because you just have to fill a meter. Once a meter's filled, you move on to the next level.
Right.
So it's kind of endless. So they're not. They are waves, but they're not like for a finite amount of time. They just keep on coming until you fill your meter. But as the levels progress, they get increasingly more difficult. But then there's also like glowing orbs in the air, and you can move to any of those positions by shooting them with your arrow.
Yes.
It's pretty good. I must admit, it's accurate. It works well. Once you kind of get used to it, it's kind of cool. You can play up to 4 players in like co-op together, sort of either. Well, I guess on the internet, because you're not likely to have 2 Vives set up at the same time at home, are you?
I will, because I'm loaded.
You might. But yeah, you can have up to 4 players in co-op playing at the same time. And it just works well. This, I believe, and I could be wrong, but this is the game that caused all the controversy, where the girl who was playing it said she was virtually felt up by another player.
Right.
Ugh. So, if you remember this, I don't even remember this.
I remember the story. Were you virtually felt up while playing this?
I wasn't, unfortunately. I was hoping.
Right.
I was hoping, but it just didn't happen.
No.
It just didn't happen. But it's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. I did get a bit bored, if I'm being honest, after a while.
Yeah, it looks
because it was a bit samey. It was a bit like.
Talk about the mechanic, and the mechanic's going to be cute for a little while, and then.
Yeah, the mechanic is really good, and you get like special arrows, and you can obviously pull it further back, and that makes a difference because they fly a bit straighter. And you do get more accurate. I mean, as you're playing the game, you get more accurate. There's flying ones that drop bombs on your gate and all that kind of stuff. So it is kind of cool. It is kind of cool, but I don't know. It's not as good as Super Hot. It just isn't. It's just not as good.
It looks
and then
dumb. The art style looks dumb.
It's kind of cartoony. It's a bit cartoony.
It's just like weird robot ghost things.
Well, they're not like robots. They're kind of like orcs and stuff.
Ugh.
Stuff that you hate, Chinny.
I don't know, but they look even worse than that.
Yeah, they're kind of like orcs. Ugh. So anyway, that's that. But the other game I played, it's not really a game. I say game, it's not a game. But the other thing
Well, then why are you talking about it?
I know, shut up. The other thing I experienced was Google Earth VR.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Christ.
And oh my God.
It's like walking down the street in Calcutta.
No, it isn't at all. It's nothing like walking down the street. It's like being Godzilla.
Wow, that's cool too.
And it's super cool, man. Like, we did New York, and we were walking around New York like we were Godzilla. And it's like walking around the miniature city. It's hard to describe how cool it is.
How cool it is.
It is. Honestly to God, it's just like... And you can go anywhere in the world and just have a look. And I'm like, that is so cool.
Did you go to your house?
No, I didn't. No, because it crashed. It crashed before we did that. And that's when we started playing Super Hot. So it was like, we'll come back to that another time. So yeah, no, didn't go. We went to New York. Like, walked around Central Park. It's one of the few times I have felt what I'd consider Gippy playing in VR or using a VR.
Explain Gippy.
Because in this experience, you use the controllers to move forwards and backwards. Well, when you're like moving forwards, I actually was losing balance. Right. You know, I was like stood up and I could feel myself going.
So when you say Gippy, most normal people would say dizzy.
Yeah, well, a little bit dizzy, a little bit stomach lurching. You know, like when you're on a boat. You know, in the boat and you start to feel a bit seasick.
Yeah. I often feel gippy.
A little bit gippy. Yeah. So it's kind of a bit dizzy, a bit sort of...
Next time I'm on a boat and I feel a bit... I'm going to go... has anybody got any gippy pills?
Gippy. That's why he wasn't around last week, because he was feeling too gippy.
Well, that being said, it was very, very cool. It was very impressive, honestly. So yeah, I'm hoping because I'm going round again tomorrow. We're going to make a night of it tomorrow. So I'm gonna.
But you haven't seen him for 10 years, and now he's got a fucking vibe. You're always
I haven't seen him for ages, mate. Ages, years and years. No, I have seen him recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go around tomorrow. And we're gonna get a pizza, make a night of it. Gonna do some more Google VR. But honestly, Google Earth, it's free and it's amazing.
Go to my house.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to your house tomorrow. I will come to your...
Free, no charge.
Will you just appear in the street?
I'm going to come to Duke's house because I know what his address is and everything.
Yeah, come on down.
I'm going to come to Duke's house and have a look.
We'd love to see you around there.
I am. I'm going to come down to Duke's house tomorrow.
You'll just be standing in the street outside your house with a big VR thing. Just, hey!
Exactly. Duke, where are you? Duke!
I'll go out and give you a big thumbs up.
There you go.
There you go. Because
I see what you did.
He's making light of a serious thing.
He is. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to come and look at your house tomorrow, Duke. I'll come and have a look.
Come on down.
I'm going to do it. Apart from that, the only other thing I've played this week is a game that everybody should play at Christmas.
What's that?
It's called Skeel.
Skeel.
And
that
that's
sounds like a German talk.
Out of luck.
I'm not going to say anything else about the game. You can play it in your web browser. You can download it. It's very small, and it takes about 3 minutes.
It sounds like a German talk show.
That's all I'm going to say.
Welcome to Skeel. Now we talk about movies, comedy. Yeah. What did you think, Clement? I thought it was funny. Yeah, good. Yeah, so did I. End of show. Credits.
Skeel. Yeah, play Skeel. It's free. So you don't even have to pay for this game. It's totally free. It's 14 megabytes to download.
14 megabytes.
It is what it is, man.
I'm yawning watching it.
Yeah, you've got to play it to understand.
Yeah, but you're not giving an opinion. Are you saying
that
you like it? Do you like it?
It's a really cool 3 minutes.
How do you spell it?
Skeal.
So you recommend it because you like it?
By Nick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally recommend everyone should play it.
You are aware of your track record with me, Stuart.
No, I know. I totally recommend you should play this game for 3 minutes.
Stu,
it's now Christmas tradition.
It'll make you feel all fuzzy inside.
Are you recommending this because you think that I'm going to like it, or you think it's just going to be funny for me to talk about?
Can't wait to hear you complaining about it.
Bit of both.
All right.
If it's only 3 minutes, then don't put it on the stream. I don't want to look at this.
I get upset. I get upset when you recommend games just because you want me to rant about it.
It's trolling the game.
You're not gonna rant. Honestly, you're not gonna rant. You might laugh about it, but you're not gonna rant.
If you think it's something we're gonna laugh about, then I guarantee we're not gonna laugh about it.
Okay.
It was just kind of funny.
Why don't me and Duke play this for next week? How about that?
Yeah, I think you should definitely do it.
I'm in.
It's the best Christmas game.
Do you download it on Steam?
Yeah, no, you just download it from itch.io.
Okay.
So if you just,
I had an itch.io last week.
There you go. Yeah, if you Google, it'll just come up the link for it.
It was hemorrhoids.
It's very.
What? What did you say, Stu?
Yes, that's what hemorrhoids are called now. Itchy-io.
That's it. Itchy-io.
Itchy.io sounds like a rapper.
There you go.
Yo, it's Itchy-io.
Anyway, that's it for me. So news is next. I mean, we need to.
Hey, I now play the news theme.
You can't do.
Putting news first.
Right, Chinny, what is in the news? What is
You've
going?
only got to done it, aye.
What have I done?
You've only got to done it, aye.
What have I done?
Yeah, you know what you've done, aye. You've only got to done it, aye. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You've only got to done it, aye. You did it, aye. Anyway, here's the news. Right.
I gotta say, before you move on, I had my students analyze a fight scene, and I said, I told them when we were going over the rules for a good fight scene, I'm like, look, a good fight scene isn't 100% fighting. You want to show people reacting to things, get a little stream of consciousness happening at times, give us the environmental aspect. So I said, bring in a fight scene, analyze it. The student, I said, what percentage of the scene is devoted to actual combat? And the student wrote, I'd say 89% of the scene is actual combat. I'm like, we're so specific.
That's good. One of my favorite fight scenes in a movie is Pineapple Express. Because they're so terrible, right?
Yeah.
Like they're like real fight scenes. Like that would probably happen. The
way that's
it's choreographed like a real fight scene. It's just really funny the way they fight. But anyway, you only got to do Shoo.
Video game news.
You only got to do it. Yeah. Anyway, video game news.
I don't know what I've done. What have I done?
Let's start with the UK top 10 charts, shall we?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, good. I'm glad you let me do that. At number 10, it's Need for Speed Payback.
What is this on? What is this on though? This is on something particular.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm guessing it's the.
Oh no, maybe you're right. Maybe it's not.
I don't know what I pulled out.
I don't know. Who cares?
I don't know. It's a chart or something.
It's a chart.
UK releases. Yeah, it's on everything. Need for Speed Payback. Apparently, they had to pay them back, and then they pay them back in the game. Need for Speed Payback.
What?
Number 10, Need for Speed Payback. Number 9, it's Fallout 4. We were talking about that earlier. Number 8, it's the best game ever made. It's Super Mario Odyssey.
That's doing very well for a single console, isn't it? I've got to say.
It's doing great. You're doing great, Mario.
You're
doing great. You're doing a fine job there, Mario. Well done there for a plumber. That's not bad. Number 7, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Excellent game.
At number 6, it's Forza Motorsport 7. At number 5, it's Assassin's Creed Origins. At number 4, it's Battlefront. Battlefront 2. At number 3, it's Gran Turismo Sport. Apparently, God bless it. At number 2, it's FIFA 18. And at number 1, it's Call of Duty World War II. And what this chart tells me, ladies and gentlemen, is that you can listen to me, Duke and Stu, talk about video games, critique them, look at what they mean. What do they mean to society? How do they impact us emotionally? What does it say? And
it's a bit British.
None of that means anything because fuck you, because Battlefront 2 is up in the top 5. Yeah. Call of Duty is in the top, it's in first place. FIFA, Gran Turismo, it's all fucking bollocks.
People want what they want. And it's funny about the British thing. Our president retweeted 3 videos from Britain first.
Yes, we do. We're aware.
Fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The leader of Britain First is a fine young woman, by the way.
Fine.
Very, very, very intelligent lady.
Yeah.
In the news interview with her, where she goes, "So, do you know Donald Trump?" Well, it's kind of like the David Brent. Do you know what I mean? It's you've spoke to Donald Trump. Well, Twitter is a way of conversing, of course. Then yeah. Well, but you actually spoke. You talked to him. You know him, and you do. Well, in this world,
lots of ways to talk to people.
Like the Twitter. You know what I mean?
Into my DMs.
And then she says, "Well, I can't confirm it. Okay, but
Also, Trump said, and I'm sorry, people, we are going to get to video game news. He said he was like, because Theresa May was like, this is ridiculous. Don't retweet Britain first, you idiot. And he went, hey, at Theresa May, don't worry about me. Worry about the terrorists in your country. But he tagged the wrong Theresa May. There was some woman who had like 6 followers, and he tagged her. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing, idiot?
But to be fair, let's be honest here. Donald Trump runs America on Twitter. That's all he does. He just tweets all the time. He's a dick.
You'd know at least then how to tag the right person.
Hey, this is probably Theresa May.
Like everybody in the world's calling her, like, "Hey, what's up with Donald Trump?"
It just shows you, like, you would check, wouldn't you? Like, is this Theresa May? Like, she's got 6 followers. She's the Prime Minister of Great Britain.
That's probably the right.
That's
one.
probably the right one.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right, sorry. Back to video games.
Anyway,
news.
video games are dumb. That's the latest news there. You haven't color coded these, Stu.
No, I've just
bolded them.
No, but I've emboldened.
Oh, right.
I've emboldened them.
them.
Anyway, we're not doing round robin. What's the matter with you?
No, fuck you. We don't do that on
Ah!
the news.
What's going on?
Now the news is my bit because
That's
you talk
just for
too
what
much.
you've been playing. We did round robin because Chinny wasn't around last week.
Yeah. fuck you.
Okay then.
Anyway, speedrunning is a thing, and somebody broke the record for GoldenEye and he lost his shit. We can't really talk about that because it's a video. You got to see it. I don't know. Google it. GoldenEye guy loses his shit, and then you'll find that. It's good.
He lost his shit.
Watching GoldenEye
I hate to
speedrun.
think what people will find when they Google GoldenEye loses his shit.
Watching a speedrun of GoldenEye is really boring because they look at the floor for the whole run because to save frames on frame rate because it's a really slow framey game. You know, look, if you throw a grenade or throw a proximity mine in GoldenEye and the smoke effects, like it goes to like 5 frames a second. It's ridiculous. So they look at the floor all the time, and it's the most boring speedrun. So you know what? I'm gonna cancel that news. Forget that news. I mean, good luck to that guy. But that
We
was
take it back. Don't listen.
Yeah,
to
don't
him.
watch
the
it.
record by 1 second.
Give us
Yeah.
our news back.
1 second is a long time for a speedrun of a game that old.
It has because the record he broken stood for like years and years and years. So you know what I mean. 1 second, 2002. Apparently, this record has been in place since.
Yeah, I don't know. Games are dumb.
Now this is the person's major achievement in his life.
Yeah, give him his dues, man.
I rescued a dog from a well. What did you do? There was a video game that the person did in 48 seconds, and I did it in 47 seconds.
Yeah, after 15 years.
After 15 years of trying.
There's a picture on Reddit of a guy who's got all the platinum trophies for every PlayStation game ever released, and he looks he looks like he's dead.
He probably
he
is.
just looks like a dead man. And in his interview, he says, you know, people are. I have no idea what his accent is, but he says people are. They're not dedicated to the. You know, they would give up, whereas I would not. And I was like, there's a reason and he's got a kid, and his kid looks like. Who's this?
He does look like is this Hakum?
Yes, and he's like, he just looks like. His kid.
Does look dead.
His kid's like, what is a dad?
Right.
I don't know
I
what
know
one
what
of
my
those
daddy
are.
looks like. He has the cross and the square and the circle and the X.
Dad always shouts at the TV thing. Anyway, video games are dumb. So Sony has announced PlayStation.
That's the name of this episode. Video games are dumb.
Sony
Video
has
games
announced the
are
PlayStation Plus lineup for December in Europe and North America. PlayStation Plus titles for December are both the same in North America and Europe. Still each offering PlayStation VR bonus title until dawn. Rush of Blood through the January 2nd. In Europe, that's you. That's us. Hey, fuck you, Duke. Is also available as a bonus through. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, let's just read the fucking games. Darksiders 2. Which I never finished. One of the very few games I never finished. Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition.
I see what they did there. I see what they did.
Death.
For playing words, you see.
Because he's death. Kung Fu Panda Showdown of the Legendary Legends. So you
Sounds a bit shit. This
really
doesn't it?
getting some classics on this lineup.
Sounds a bit shit.
I don't know what this game is. X-Blaze Lost Memories.
I don't know, but it sounds a bit shit.
On the PlayStation 3. I'm going to quickly bang that into Google and see what spits out. It's Japanese stuff. Oh, good. And Siberia Collection.
Yeah, I think they're a bit shit, to be honest, from what I've heard.
These. I see them on sale all the time, but I've never played.
They're on sale all the time.
Okay, doing well. Former 8.
No idea what the hell that
Maybe
is.
if Tuscan's still in the chat, he could help us out.
I bet he knows.
Wanted Core for the PS Vita.
Yeah, sounds great.
That's You, which is a play link.
Oh no, that's meant to be pretty good.
That's You.
It's like a quiz game. So it's like a very good game for Christmas.
Yes. All right. Sure.
So so you use your smartphone and you basically have to answer questions about the other people playing the game.
There's a game that was at EGX.
That's You. Yeah,
called
looks good.
Quiz Time, I think it was called. Antonio will correct me because I know he. And Quiz Time is available on everything, and it's you using your phone. So if anybody wants a quiz game, and that's the game where you tell it like how old you are, so then it'll ask you questions based on your age, which is cool. Anyway, the other game is Until Dawn: Rush of Blood, which is the PlayStation VR version of Until Dawn, which I've heard is pretty much like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's like a bit of a haunting. I played the demo for this in VR.
Meant to be.
It was all right. It was all right.
All titles will go live on December the 5th, and they're all shit. So then...
they're all shit.
The November ones are... Well, November's done, right?
November's done.
So we're not reading those. Fuck those.
No.
Yeah, that's not a great lineup. Unless you like X-Blaze.
That's You's probably the best one there, I would have said.
I mean, like, there are people that like X-Blaze and Siberia Collection, I reckon, but that's not a good lineup for me, a person who doesn't own a PlayStation.
Christmas coming up, families round, that's You, perfect for that.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. Oh, EA.
They're up to it again, man. They're up to it again.
The Experience Points podcast had an interesting discussion about all of this. I thought that was and the point they made that was most interesting, I think, was that Magic the Gathering has been doing loot crates since forever, right? The actual card games, because it's all about buying the packs, and you're gambling. Maybe you'll get something great. Maybe you'll get a bunch of shit.
Yes.
And that's what these loot crates are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the problem is people almost accept it with Magic the Gathering because that's kind of the type of game it is. It's like built in right from the outset. So every version of Magic the Gathering has always had that mechanic in it.
Well, but is it
what I mean?
Offensive than the way they're doing loot crates now?
Yeah, because I think yeah, but these games like Call of Duty, FIFA, whatever it may be, have never had those in there, and now they're shoehorning them in, so they're kind of more apparent, and people are like, whoa, what's happening here? Where are these from? Why have we suddenly got to buy these?
I agree that it's messed up. I've always had a dislike of Magic for that same reason.
Oh, yeah. Which is fine, and you sort of, it's your choice whether you play that game and buy those card packs or not.
And I do not.
Can I bring up a point about this stuff?
You can.
Because, this is very popular, right? Yeah, games are dumb.
Loot crates are dumb.
And I just, this whole loot crate thing, and I don't want to talk about it forever because it's really boring. But my immediate sort of reaction to this is like, well, I don't really care because I don't really buy them, right? And I know there are people that buy them, and I know that they change the game's design because of loot crates and stuff. But the games that I like that have loot crates in, such as PUBG, Rocket League, and Overwatch, right? Those are 3 games that I really, really like, and they all have crates in them. And the crates make no impact on my experience with the game at all. And there's only one game which is Battlefront 2, that has kind of kicked all this up. And I know there's been a thing, but everybody's kind of like a bit sketchy about it. But Battlefront 2 was clearly a step in they took it too far direction, and they changed the way they designed the game was around loot crates. And this is obviously a big siren, right, for how these games are going to be treated. So developers are looking at Battlefront 2 and going, okay, if we're going to use loot crates, they're not going to stop doing it because they make a lot of money. But if we're going to use it, we're going to do it very carefully. So it's like just an example of, like they took it too far. So I don't think I think it's going to sort of calm down a little bit. I might be wrong.
No, look, I think you're right. I think that the testing.
Who buys these? Like we don't know anyone that buys these things, right?
No, but people obviously do because they're doing it. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it.
They're dumb.
No, look, I agree with what you're saying, but people are buying this
I'm sure
stuff.
people who are listening to this have bought. Maybe somebody out there has bought a loot crate at some point, right? But I don't know. I feel like it's a young man's thing. Loot crates.
I agree with that. It's for young.
I feel like it's like for the young and when I was younger, I was buying map packs and stuff, and that was like normal then. And
well, maps are fine though because
you brought up on them.
Hardly Dan has bought loot crates. There you go.
Sorry, Dan.
Map packs
Sorry,
aren't
Dan.
loot crates, are they? Because you're not gambling. You know what you're getting.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess you're paying extra shit for games, and whereas person from the older generation you used to buy the game, that was it. Always downloading maps. Fuck that. It just sort of changes, and I feel like it's a young man's thing, and
buying FIFA every year. I mean, it's the same fucking game, man. You're paying for a few new.
But people do, don't they? People are going to do that. That's never going to change.
Uniforms or kit, and slightly different way of passing. Okay.
Yeah, but again, and this is where I would argue with you.
That's crazy.
I would argue that you know what you're getting. The loot crate system is you don't know. It's like you said, you might get a shit card, or you might get a really good card in like Magic the Gathering. You never know what's in those crates.
Right.
If you're buying a map pack, you're buying a new version of FIFA, you kind of know what you're going to get.
I suppose what I'm getting at is everybody's getting very hot about this whole thing, right? And then when I think about how it actually is going to affect me, right? And I'm disappointed that Battlefront 2 is not as good as it should have been, right? Because I'm a big Battlefront original, the 1 and 2 like Duke is as well. And I was excited when they said they're going to bring Battlefront back, and I thought the first one was fine.
DICE knows what they're doing. This is going to be good.
This is good. All the ingredients are good. And to be honest, the way it's affected me is a game. Out of all the fucking games that have come out this year, a game isn't as good as it should have been, and that isn't really that different from every year. There's always a fucking game that fucks it up. And
they can mess games up. And for the record, in case anyone doesn't know, I haven't bought the Battlefront 2 because they don't have Conquest mode in it, and that's what I wanted. It's just Rush.
Yeah, so they fucked it up in a different way for you. And I just think...
And the squad system probably still sucks.
Well, I've given up on trying to change that. I can't.
But when I look at it, PUBG is one of my favourite games of all time right now. And it has crates, and I don't care. Because
that's the thing. Is it only? I mean, the club was a game that pissed me off because there are crates in that game, and you have to they mess up the game because you're suddenly you got this crate in your car now, and you have to take it to this other place. And I mean, that's not the same kind of crate, but that's an example of how something that they add into a game can get really intrusive and horrible.
Yeah.
It sounds like I agree with Chinny that as long as it doesn't get intrusive, as long as and like I've said. In Rocket League, you just click hide crates, and that's the end of it.
That's it. And
it should be in every game.
For me, I just don't think it's as big as a deal because this is going to be a massive alarm bell. I mean, this news that EA fucking this up and it was in Battlefront 2 was on Radio 1. I was listening to the radio.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it was on Radio 1.
Gone
everywhere. So this isn't the news where all these people who listen to this show and other podcasts and stuff where we all know about it. Do you know what I mean? That isn't this news. This is fucking my brother would know about it. Like the person walking down the street would know about it. This is massive. So they mega fucked it up, and this is going to be a massive alarm bell. They're not going to stop making games where you know, with microtransactions and stuff. But this is going to be like, we fucked it up the way we did it this time, right? But there will be another way to do it.
Oh yeah, they'll tweak it.
And there'll be another.
They'll test the waters.
The only thing now is that all eyes are on EA now. So when they release Anthem or whatever, they're going to be like, oh, yeah. So, but you know, like no. Hardy Dance is like just the crates in PUBG give you advantages, and that's where they fucked up because the crates do give you advantages in Battlefront 2.
Hey,
all eyes on me.
Yeah. Basically,
well,
every sentence I say has been a song at some point, Duke. So you might have to refrain.
Every sentence I say it's been a song at some point.
Yeah. Stu?
Yeah, what I was going to say is, but in the new, and Hardly Dan's pointed this out in the chat, but in the new UFC game, you can upgrade basic punches from loot crates.
Yeah, and I'm going to guess that game isn't going to do very well.
I don't know. I mean, look, we didn't think Battlefront would do very well, but it's number 3 in the charts.
Yeah, but it could have been number 1.
Guess.
No, look, when you're talking about a game, when a company like EA, right?
But it seems to be EA who's at the forefront of all this stuff.
When you talk about EA, right? EA, 4th place on the UK charts isn't good enough, right? Where if you're, you know, like a decent, you know, like a normal developer or whatever, like, or like an indie developer, and you're up there, that's great. But when you're EA, right, you're not talking millions, you know, not even multi-millions, it's billions that they've invested into it, all right, and it's just like ridiculous money. So they need to sell as much money, and EA are worried about renewing their contract. It's up soon, you know, like another 5 years or whatever, and they need to say to Lucasfilm's like, okay, we made this much money, we did this with the franchise, and we're going to make you this much money if you do another 10 years. And that's what they need to prove. And that's all they care about. That's it. And being 4th isn't good enough for them. And yeah.
To be fair, FIFA's number 2, so that's also EA.
FIFA.
Yeah, but I'm talking about with their Star Wars franchise. They want to keep that Star Wars franchise.
Yeah, but they're not going to complain because another EA game is like the number 1 or number 2 or whatever, are they?
Well, they don't put all that. They don't like just put all those money into different games and go, all right, well, one of them fucked up, so but we're okay with the others. Like FIFA's a guaranteed hit, so they expect that they not only expect, they try and improve it every year. So yeah, it bothers them. It bothers them that they fucked it up big time. And they would be very, very careful about what they do next with the Star Wars franchise.
I don't know. I don't know whether they'll learn any lessons at all, because as long as they see the money rolling, I don't think it'll make any difference.
I don't think they would have made as much money though if they had to. They'll still do microtransactions and they'll still find ways to sort of, you know, try and squeeze money out of like crates and stuff like that. I'm not saying they're going to stop crates. I just think that they're going to be very careful about how they, you know, they release these games and what the crates actually do, how they handle it, their messaging, for example.
Yeah, I think what's more interesting, and I'm hoping you're going to come on to this next, is more about what EA are saying about what people enjoy playing games now and what they don't enjoy, which I think is kind of ludicrous that they think they know what people enjoy and don't enjoy.
Well, let me tell you something, Stu. You've got your own opinion, Stu.
I have.
You know what I mean?
It is true. It is true.
Yeah, EA have said that people don't really enjoy playing linear games as much. I think.
What's that? Ludicrous?
Family off the streets, made my homies put the baggies back.
When EA closed down Visceral Games and announced that the studio's in development Star Wars game was changing direction significantly, some wondered if it had something to do with games that are more linear single-player nature. Given the huge success of multiplayer games like Destiny and PUBG for Life, that use the games as a service model, EA retooling Visceral Star Wars game to respond to this industry trend. EA CEO and all-round beautiful man Andrew Wilson said it wasn't necessary, but now EA CFO Blake Jorgenstein has acknowledged that linear games are fading in popularity in the current market. So what is Blake Jorgenstein's accent?
Bullshit.
What's his accent?
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's a bullshit accent.
I'm not sure what that is.
It's kind of, I don't know, a cross between French and German. There you go. How does that sound?
As we kept reviewing the game, it continued to look like a much more linear game.
Whoa, let me stop you there. It's a Donald Trump accent. There you go. That's where bullshit comes from.
As we kept reviewing the game, it continued to look much more like a linear game.
You sound like the
teacher from South Park. I know.
You do.
People don't like as much today as they did 5 years ago. Okay, or 10 years ago. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. What did he say? I read it and I don't know what he said. Yeah, they looked at it and it was a linear game and people don't like linear games. Anyway, Wilson's a dickhead. EA are terrible. And all this is going to blow over because everybody's talking about the best games of the year. And they're all single-player games. Okay? So calm your shit. Everybody who's playing games
Look,
going...
Wolfenstein 2, man, is a fucking
2,
good game.
Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey.
Fucking good game.
Persona 5, Yakuza. See, I'm even defending Yakuza, right? Single-player games. You know, they're fine. People that are panicking and losing their shit, thinking, oh my God, everything's going to be like fucking great games. Don't worry, it's fine.
I think EA are just trying to convince people that that's the case. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to go, look, you know, people don't like these single-player games. What you want to play is one of our games where like it lasts forever and we keep selling you shit you don't really need.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what they want to do. It pisses me off, though. It really annoys me because...
Don't play the song, Duke.
I won't.
Yeah, sorry. But as you know...
Homer, you flush those springs down the toilet? Of course not.
Yeah. Because as you know, those are the games I like the most. So when they're trying to put fucking Debbie Downer on the games I like, I'm like, no, man.
You'll be fine, Stu. Because you know what happens?
I'm sorry, that was a very inappropriate game. Fucking Debbie Downer. That was not for kids.
I'm not even going to go there.
Debbie Downer?
Don't go there. Right. Stu,
don't go there. I'll be right back.
In the interest of time, I'm going to let you pick one more news story for me to talk about.
Okay. Let me have a look. Well, carry on this theme. Let's go with Star Citizen, who hasn't made enough money hand over fist on fucking Kickstarter already.
Star Citizen is selling virtual plots of land for up to £96 a pop. This is according to Eurogamer.net. Star Citizen is now selling blah, blah, blah. The space game, which already sells spaceships for hundreds of pounds, now lets you buy what are called land claim licenses. This is a virtual certificate that entitles you to claim a parcel of land in the game, although the mechanic is not yet live. There are 2 land claim licenses available. The standard cost is £48. This gets you a single 4 kilometre by 4 kilometre parcel of land. The second is the estate version, which gets you a single 8 kilometre by 8 kilometre parcel of land. And currently, you can only buy these licenses with real-world money. Although developer Cloud Interim Games has said that you eventually be able to buy them with in-game credits, which will earn while playing the game.
Which will probably take you about like 50 years of playing to get enough money to buy one of these things.
Absolutely. Perhaps in
constipation.
No, in a normal show, people cut that out, but we don't. So
yeah, we don't cut nothing out.
Perhaps in anticipation of difficult questions around the sale of the virtual land in a game that isn't even out yet, Cloud Imperium issued a disclaimer on its website explaining the whole thing. The gist is the licenses are on sale to help ongoing development of Star Citizen. Here's the text. Shall I do an accent for this?
Yeah, let's have Yorkshire. Go on, we'll make it
Leeds. Please note, these claims licenses are being made available for pledging to help fund Star Citizen's development. He's on the toilet as well.
Apparently.
It sounds like he is.
Ability is to obtain these claim licenses will ultimately be available for in-game credits and slash or fucking hell, I could do with a slash and slash or otherwise earnable through playing game. Pledging for these claim licenses now allows us to include deeper features in Star Citizen game, and he's not required for starting the game. Goodbye. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Star Citizen.
It's just like what?
It's a game.
These guys have raised more on Kickstarter than any other game.
Games cost a lot of money, Stuart. I don't know what you want to know.
They're just making it cost a lot of money.
Yeah,
I don't think
but they want
they're just
more,
adding all this shit to the game that they don't need to add. They keep on doing it.
They want more.
Just release it already. Freak's sake, honestly to God. It's like, get a grip.
More money, please.
I know. I'm gonna look how much they've raised on Kickstarter.
You do that.
Yes, the world needs
to know. It's fucking millions, man.
You should write a book for High. The world needs.
I know.
To
Right, here we go. Kickstarter amount. Are you ready for this? This is what they've got. Right, here we go. Just a minute. Oh, for God's sake!
Wow.
Start off.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's freaking.
You're killing
Wikipedia
this podcast
wants
right now.
cash off you and stuff.
Yeah, how's they gonna fund it? It's all volunteers.
Maybe later. I don't know. I don't know. I can't even see the story I'm looking at. What does the matter with them? It's free. What's the matter? Up to date, it's over $50 million they've raised on Kickstarter.
Cool.
Why did more money?
Cool.
Cause loot crates.
That's loot crates. I like it.
Yeah.
Again.
Because they can.
Because they can.
Anyway, we're done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's more. Sorry. Whoa. What am I talking about?
Oh my God.
As of May 19, 2017, crowdfunding surpassed $150 million.
Yes, they raised a lot.
If it ever comes out, which it won't.
They're robbing bastards.
But they still need more to do whatever they're pretending to do.
It's almost like they work.
Stuff.
It's almost like they work for the church.
Freaking hell. Jesus Christ. Anyway, on that note, we do need to do some email. We got emails this week.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa, that ruled.
Now, I know you haven't played this soundbite for a while, so you might have to look for it. But we have an email off Mr. Steve.
Damn.
Mr. Steve, I know Mr. Steve. He's a friend of mine.
Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we fly far away.
That's me.
So he says this. He says
every 3 seconds.
He says back.
That's me.
Please don't.
From the dead.
Stop. I'm stopping.
Back from the dead. Hello, gents.
Dead? Oh my God.
I know he was dead. Apparently he was dead.
Wow.
Hello, gents. It is I, Mr. Steve.
It's good to hear you again, Mr. Steve, even though we're not hearing you or reading you. But you get the idea.
Steve.
You get the idea.
Damn.
I am still a huge fan. Oh, yeah, we like that. It's good.
Why? Just read it.
All right, so whatever. I'm just commenting as
read
I'm
it.
going
It's an
on.
email. Don't just go, I'm a huge fan. Hey, get you likes us. Let's all wank off. Just read it.
I did a little a bit of
you have to do. Yo, you're making it disgusting.
And I'm really loving that you changed to taking turns about what you've been playing. I'm liking that much better than the old laundry list way of one person list everything.
You're welcome. It was all my idea. I don't think it was, but I'll pretend like
it was Ginny's idea, I think.
Yeah,
Good job, Chinny.
Like all the good ideas on this fucking show, it's me again.
Good. Shut up. Good news. I usually don't like to write in unless I have something to talk about. Last time I wrote, I talked about starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It is growing very slowly, and I'm hoping to get my first check from YouTube next month.
Damn.
Gonna get some cash. Cash, man. I've been wanting a new laptop, and to justify buying one on Black Friday, was thinking about starting a Let's Play channel.
Oh.
To be honest, I'm already a winner because at the end of the day, the most important thing is I have a new gaming laptop.
True that.
Oh, yeah.
With my new setup, I plan on being a bigger part of the veteran gamers. And I'm going to start by screen sniping Chinny.
Oh, fuck. No, you're not.
Because that's how you show your support of people who stream live.
I can put a fucking delay on it.
I'm just kidding. He's just kidding, man. He's just kidding.
Fucking delay on it, Steve.
He's just kidding.
Poker streamers put a delay on their stream so they don't get people sniping them.
As a truck driver who has been trucking for a long time, a trucking channel is what I plan on streaming. And trucking videos while trucking. He says trucking a lot here.
It's a joke.
In the truck for the truckers.
Let me read that. Let me read that like you were supposed to read it. Okay. Not stopping halfway through and going, I think this is...
I can't even read that. Go on, go.
Daniel!
As a truck driver who has a trucking channel, I plan on streaming trucking videos while trucking in the truck for other truckers who enjoy trucking.
I think he's done that on purpose, I have to say.
Yes, he has. What's the matter with you, Stu? Don't you get anything?
Whatever. Once I get him more set up, I plan on signing up for VG Hub.
Yeah.
So look out for the email, Duke.
Don't worry, Duke accepts anyone on the VG Hub.
I know. You don't
Yeah,
care.
and you'll never get kicked off, even if you start.
Even though the website's dead or whatever. Or like,
squirrels.
we support Hitler. And you're like, yeah, go on, join them.
It's fine. Just put it on there. I love Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, stick it on. Don't worry, it's not going to be a lot about trucking. I plan on tackling Starship Theory. It's a simple game that I found hard to put down. It's a 2D crafting survive simulator.
There you go.
Anyway, keep up the good work. I really enjoy the show. Epic mic drop and moonwalk out, Mr. Steve.
Thank you, Mr. Steve.
Mr. Steve.
Yeah, it's nice to hear from him, isn't it?
It's nice to hear from people who haven't emailed him for a while. Because you think, am I just talking to the fucking wall?
Yeah.
Like, where did you go? Where did you fucking go?
Go. He was in the chat earlier, actually. I don't know whether he's still there.
I'm the same wall I've always been.
Fuck you, wall.
Yeah, fuck the wall.
Because you can hold up the ceiling.
The next email this evening is off Derek Sands.
Derek Sands.
And he says, culture clubbing.
Come, chameleon.
Greetings once more, veteran gamers.
Okay.
You come and go. Sorry.
Hello.
Yes, greetings. Hi.
Hi, Derek.
Are you feeling cultural?
No.
Always feeling cultural.
I overheard a conversation on the bus to work earlier this week about the candidates in the UK City of Culture competition for 2018. I'm sure that you already know that Hull is the City of Culture for 2017.
Ooh.
Oh, everyone knows that.
Yeah, of course. Hull. Lovely place. Lovely place.
I've never been to Hull.
Smells of fish.
Smells of fish.
I think it's fair to say that video games, until fairly recently, were considered low culture.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Something to keep the old kids occupied when you...
What?
What?
Or more like...
Shoo.
Just cut out.
You just cut out.
I did. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Something to keep your kids occupied.
I will read that sentence again.
It allows me to make this following joke, though. Chinny says he's never been there. I went there once, but it's just because I misunderstood somebody when they said go to hell.
That's good. Good.
Yeah, anyway, he says, I think it's fair to say that video games, until fairly recently, were considered low culture.
Yes.
Something to keep your kids occupied when they weren't gawping at TV programs.
You cut out against you.
You're joking.
No, he did.
Sorry.
Get lost. More like.
I wanted to see, Dick, how long you would keep doing it.
More like Twitch and YouTube these days, I suppose.
Yeah.
As a side note, I saw some kids' TV yesterday morning and was a bit disturbed by what I saw.
All kids' TV is weird, yeah.
In the 20 minutes I had it on.
Yeah, it's all weird.
One animated show, not sure of its name, featured a young boy living in a house with a young female ghost, a male puffin bird, and a three-eyed, four-armed Indian goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm all for cultural diversity, but that seemed a bit extreme.
Yeah.
He's obviously never seen Rent-A-Ghost. That's all I can say.
Never seen Rent-A-Ghost.
For people of a certain age, they will know what I'm talking about.
Why did you bring that up? Just because you wanted to talk about something you saw when you was a kid?
Shut up. Because I'm saying, like, children's TV's always been weird.
It's always weird. It's just
It's always been weird.
When
It's
you
not
think
weird
about it,
to-
like, Thomas the Tank Engine is weird.
It is weird.
It's like a fucking
face.
train with a
face.
fucking face on it.
It's
What the
weird.
fuck?
Ivor the engine. You know what I'm saying?
Teletubbies, just like a big fucking baby in the sky. It's like, yo, dance, you big fucking fat fucks.
Exactly. Also, my daughter watched a show called The Numberjacks. Do you remember this? You know this?
No.
When she was a kid. And they had a character in it called the Number Taker,
Oh, yeah.
which was this guy who had all his face white and sort of like wore this white suit and sneaked in the middle of the night to steal the numbers.
Mm.
She had nightmares for months
Yeah.
because of a freaking Number Taker, I tell you.
Leo watches In the Night Garden. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's weird. Weird.
Crazy shit.
It's crazy. Also, I saw two adverts which showed very young kids shooting plastic guns. One for a light gun game called Zombie Blast, featuring a young boy and girl wielding guns against plastic zombies with light sensors on them.
Lame.
All very House of the Dead and all. And seemingly a bit out of place on early morning children's television. Or is horror a common theme in children's TV these days?
Children are indestructible. Like, they're fine. They don't care.
Yeah, they're fine. Anyway, back to culture and all that jazz.
Somebody please think of the children.
I've never been to an opera, a stage play, a circus, or a pantomime.
What?
Never been to a stage play.
Never been. Do you know, I've only ever watched one stage play in my life.
Is your deal, people? Get out and live.
And it's the worst experience I've ever had.
Yeah, but what was it?
Okay, if that's the worst experience you've ever had, you've had a beautiful life.
What was it?
We went to watch Misery, which was obviously done on stage.
Sorry,
And
the Stephen King story?
Yeah. The Stephen King Misery was made into
Was it a shit production, though?
Well, it wasn't so much a production, but it had. The woman who played B in Prisoner Cell Block H back in the 80s in it.
Yeah.
And she was just horrendous. She just overacted so much. It was awful.
Wait, that's like playing one video game, and that one video game is...
No, but you know what, though, Chinny? I can understand where he's coming from, because when someone overacts, it makes me want to rip my eyes out of my head!
It's like playing Deadly Premonition and going, all video games suck.
Suck.
And no, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Or they suck.
Well,
I'll say this, those two for you. Hang on. I'll say this. Somebody said on Reddit, there's a thread recently that said, you know, there's some movies that are so bad they're good. Are there any games like that? And the number one response was
Deadly Premonition.
Deadly Premonition.
Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're not...
Look, I love Deadly Premonition. Just
Yeah. Read the email.
Shut up.
Read the email.
Aren't you brought it up?
Yeah, I can't. I'll be honest. I can't believe he's never been to a pantomime or a circus.
know.
That's just a bit weird.
I know. Your parents
Because
didn't
what
love you,
did his
Derek.
parents do as a kid? It's like, I'm not taking you to a circus. You stay here. The circus. Fuck that.
I've never been to a circus.
You've never been to a circus.
No.
Oh
They're
my god!
not really worth.
I'm telling you now, Chinny. Right,
I had a bit about that
this
one.
is right. This is a promise. This is an absolute promise.
Oh no!
Next time you come up north, I'm going to take you to the Blackpool Tower Circus.
Oh my god!
Because it honestly is the best thing. You'll love
I've been to Blackpool probably about.
This is in town.
I've been to Blackpool for about 5 or 6. Oh my god, it's still going.
Sorry, go ahead. I'll play that at the end.
5 or 6 times, and like I've never had any desire to go to the circus because
I'm gonna take you when you come up north. I will take you to the Blackpool Tower Circus.
I will.
I'm gonna make you go.
Jimmy is bubbling with excitement.
And then I'll do a waltz in the ballroom with you. There you go. How about that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't feel that I've missed out culturally. Oh yes, you have. It's behind you. It's behind you. I just think that's weird. He's never been to a pantomime. Anyway, sure, I've been to music gigs, museums, and art galleries, but I don't feel like I'm particularly culturally enriched by those experiences.
I think you can be culturally enriched by lots of different things. I don't think you have to. I mean, like gigs and museums and art galleries do culture you, but like just travel cultures you. And
there's lots of forms of culture.
Yeah. Like I think watching movies does culture you, and playing video games does culture you. I would argue.
In the game.
Yeah, I would argue that like it sort of does, and I think travel cultures you. I think travel's good for you. It doesn't really matter what you do. Like just sort of maybe talking to people and just like going, oh right, where I live isn't the only fucking place in the world.
That's true. That's
like,
true.
Great. Yeah, that I think that's good. But yeah, I don't know. Music gigs are fucking stupid. Just fucking holding a phone all the time. Just fucking watch it, you big dick.
Do you know what's weird? You hate going to concerts, but you go to a lot of them.
Because Tara loves going to them, and I'm a good fiance.
She's just mad. He had a sign that said, "Hey, run the jewels. Let me sing on your song."
They didn't see it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they looked at it, Duke, but they just.
He continues.
Fuck that.
Maybe the only truly cultural experience is to travel to other countries.
Oh shit! I didn't read that.
And immerse yourself in a culture different to your own.
Oh my god, that's literally what I said. Sorry, Derek.
So, veteran gamers, do you ever feel you need to seek out new cultural experiences, or in 2017, can a cultural experience be whatever you want?
Well, as I said, I think there's different kinds of cultural experiences, and I think it's healthy to get out there and try new things. But I don't do that very often because fuck new things. I like the things I like.
I like new things. I'm the opposite. I
like new things. I embrace change, and I get ready for it. Like like my friend Matt Weston, who was on the chat earlier, he kind of he's I can tell that he's getting older, right? And he's 30 next year, and he's like Snapchat will come out, and he's like, I don't get Snapchat. You know what I mean? And he just shuts it down straight away. And you know,
these kids with their Snapchat.
No, you can't do that because then you get fall behind, then you go old, right? And he's like, I don't get Instagram, and I'm just like, Instagram's just Twitter with pictures, you fucking idiot. Like, what's the matter with you? All right, and it's just this like mentality of like, okay, I'm just shutting it down now because I don't understand it immediately. Whereas young adults and children don't think like that. They just go fucking yeah. And they just grab it.
I think part of that, to be fair, I think, from my own perspective, part of that is that it's a little bit of work to try to figure out the way this new thing works.
Yeah, well, fucking do it. Because it's not that hard. Like
you do it.
Discord is like, oh, it's a new thing. It's a Discord and everybody's scared of it. And you go on it, it's like, oh, it's a piece of piss. You just click it. It's fine. All right? And I've learned to embrace those things. I suppose what cultures me, what I do a lot in my job, is I go to different businesses, right? And I experience lots of different companies. So it's a very unique sort of insight that I get. And I get to sort of tour around, and I get to sort of talk to the people, and I get to see the hierarchy, and I get to, and I get to talk to the the managing director or like the CEO, and I don't really have to like try and impress him. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, because I'm not employed by him. So that's really interesting for me. And that sort of makes me think about like, oh, maybe, this is a good thing that I can borrow from this business. This is a bad thing that I won't use for this. And that I feel like that's like a kind of culture that I do daily.
Yeah, makes sense. I can dig it.
I know.
We can dig it.
Also,
anyway,
that's a good thing to do.
We have got one final email, so let's do that.
Final email.
Yeah, we need to wrap this shit up. We're gonna run out of megabytes.
I know we do.
We're gonna run out of megabytes.
I know it's true.
Oh, this is a quiz, so I won't look at it.
It's a quick one. It's a very quick quiz.
I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at it.
It is from obviously Finley, procrastinator fabulous, and he says this: "Evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
I regret to inform you that I'm running out of quizzes."
Ah, jeez.
You can't run out of quizzes.
I know,
you can't.
So,
no.
So
Finley, no.
No. So if any of you have some topic suggestions, please do tell. But anyway, it's time for the quiz.
It's time for the quiz. It's time for the quiz. We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the quiz.
Number one, here we go. What was the name of the Arma 3 mod that involved escaping an island?
Daisy.
No.
Oh, man. I had it.
Get off the island?
No.
Island Escape.
Island. No, it's good. It's good, but it's not right.
This island.
If I don't get off the island, I'm gonna go
close
crazy.
Guess. It's a close guess. Think of shitty movie that involved an asteroid about to hit the Earth.
Deep Space.
No, I said the shitty one.
Transformers 3.
It has
the Green Mile.
No. It's
Catastrophe. Apocalypse. Ragnarok.
Liv Tyler was in this film.
Liv Tyler's getting off the island.
Oh, Forrest Gump.
No. Bruce Willis. Good
God.
God.
Oh, Sixth Sense.
Deep Impact.
No.
Meneleg?
No.
Armageddon out of here?
Yeah, that's
out of here.
Yay.
Accidentally got it right, Jenny. Well done.
You did. Well done.
I like how Baron von Glower said Armageddon like we wasn't getting it in the chat.
Come on, man.
I don't think they're getting it. It's not the Green Mile, Chinny. You're close.
Surprised that they don't know this.
Yeah, number two. Here we go. Number two. What famous Half-Life 2 mod, was eventually turned into a hit PC game?
Oh,
Easy.
PC game?
No.
Oh, what?
What did you say? To be fair, there's a lot of these.
What did you say?
What famous Half-Life 2 mod was eventually turned into a hit PC game?
Portal.
No. No, there's lots. To be fair, it could be any number.
Left 4 Dead.
No.
Left 4 Dead 2.
Is he calling it a game's kind of a bit misleading?
Garry's Mod.
Yay!
Oh, it is Garry's Mod.
Garry's Mod, but it could have been any number of things. To be fair, there's a lot of things that have been.
Platform.
It's like a platform. It's like a
platform, not really a game. It's a platform. So it's like a playground.
Here we go. Number 3. In the new Call of Duty, what was the controversial thing in the campaign?
You can't really. This is spoilers, right?
Sort of. Not really.
It's Call of Duty. No one cares.
No one cares. No one cares.
No one cares.
The controversial thing in the campaign, dinosaurs.
No.
Dinosaurs. They in the game. They said, this is the scene. We are working on some secret weapons. Oh, like lasers and shit. Well, kind of. Well, we do have lasers that we saw last year, and it's like, but we got these new things now. It's like fucking like rockets that come out your dick or something. No,
I've got to say, these Nazis are very camp.
Yeah, it sounds like the Bruno show.
Yeah, yeah. No, we don't have rockets that shoot out of your penis. No, that's stupid. Anyway, we have dinosaurs with laser guns on their nipples, and that's when they pitch it to Hitler, and Hitler's like, "I'm not really feeling it. Not really into that."
That's not the answer. I have to say, it's good.
I thought you were right,
but it's not the answer.
What is? Tell us.
We did talk about this because there was a news story, obviously, regarding this.
Very memorable, obviously.
What is controversial in Call of Duty makes the news.
Let me guess. So, what did I do in Modern Warfare 2? It was the no Russian thing.
Yeah.
In 3, it was the London bombing.
Yeah.
So it's like bombing something. It's like
No.
they bomb Scotland.
No, it wasn't.
And nobody. No, the controversial thing is no one complained.
No, we talked about this. It was the insinuation of a woman being sexually assaulted by a Nazi officer.
Right.
Lovely. Can't wait to play that.
There you go. And that's it. That's a quiz, people.
Right. We tied because we were both.
He won by accident.
Yeah, that's right. Default.
Right,
That's how I got my GCSEs, by the way.
Oh yeah. We have got some speak pipes, so we do need to get those done, and then we're out.
I thought we was done.
I know we're out of here. The speak pipes, people. Speak pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
The first one, Undead Care Bear.
All right.
109.
Evening, chaps. Great podcast. Been listening for a couple of years now. It's great to listen to it while I'm working on nights. But got a question for you here. As the festive time of year is coming around.
Woo! Festive time of year.
What is your favorite Christmas in-game content? I know a lot's been going around for the past couple of years. There was a big one on Dead Rising 4. But mine, personally, would probably be Hunter. I don't know if you guys had played it, but it was an Xbox exclusive on the original Xbox. A 4-player couch co-op kind of game where you have to destroy Santa. He comes and tries to kill you, and you just basically got to take him down. I'd say slash Saints Row 4, due to the fact it's pretty much the same mission, just through a simulation, and Saints Row 4 was pretty cool because you had special abilities. So, yeah. Have a great one, and good luck in the future. Looking forward to listening for another couple of years at least.
Woo! You better listen to another 10 years.
I was going to say, another couple.
Least.
What are you going on about? At least.
Who was that?
All right, so favorite Christmas.
What was his
name?
name?
I don't know. I think that's someone new. I think we have had contact off him before.
right.
I do recognise the name.
Well, thank you
Remember
very
Undead
much.
Care Bear? Oh, he's
Yeah,
my
I
favorite
reckon.
guy in
I
the
don't
community.
recognise his voice.
I love you.
I think he sent in either an email or he's been in the chat or something, but I have definitely seen the name before.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, thanks, Undead Care Bear.
So, Christmas-themed games or in-game content?
I can't really think of any, to be honest.
See, the only one for me that springs to mind is Johnny Platform Saves Christmas. Do you remember this?
Nope.
You don't remember this one? We're doing the indie games. It was great. It's one of my favourite Christmas-themed games. It was kind of like Manic Miner, but sort of Christmas-themed.
I'll tell you this, some Rust servers will do Christmas stuff. You can find a stocking in like barrels and stuff, and if you put it over a fire, a campfire, you'll get gifts once in a while.
Nice.
That's quite cool. But let's be honest here, the best, like hands down, Christmas game has got to be Animal Crossing.
Why is that?
No.
Because at Christmas, they have like a present day, and everybody, like all the villagers, give you gifts and stuff.
Yeah, but the whole game,
Christmas.
the whole game is like just paying a mortgage.
It is.
Yeah,
It is, but
and a Christmas mortgage.
yeah, but it's sort of it obviously takes the date and the time on your
Yeah, I
3DS
understand how it
and
works,
converts all
Stu.
that shit. So you sort of have Christmas Day, man, in
no,
Animal Crossing. That is cool.
That's shit. That's the wrong answer. So,
It's not. Animal Crossing is by far and away the best Christmas game.
No, it's
Well,
not.
what are you going to say then?
So, Batman Arkham Origins is Christmas game.
Oh, yeah, there is that, I guess. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Also, I like the winter levels in Mario. That's kind of Christmassy. Because they got snowmen and shit in Mario 64. But my favourite section, Christmas section, and I really like this game as well, is Bully. Because Bully is a seasonal game. So you start in September and it goes to the summer. And like the next year. So when it's Halloween, you dress up as Halloween. And it's Christmas and it's all snowy and shit. So I really like that. I always think about Bully when it's Christmas. And
I do feel like I need to play that again. I feel like I need to play it again.
I played Bully 3 times and I would play it again.
I need to play that game. I played a little bit. I had it on the Wii. I got it on the Wii.
It's dated a bit. So.
Well, yeah. Need to play
also, in GTA 5, they make it snow as well when it's Christmas.
There you go. You see.
It's pretty good.
Loads of games with snow. What do you want?
Snow.
What do you want? And we have got another. There's another Speak Pan.
Yes, there is. One more Speak. So thank you to Undead Care Bear. Now here comes the other one from Simon Kempster. 41 seconds.
Hey there, guys. Simon Kempster here. You'll find me as Kosagan on PSN.
Kosagan!
Duke, if you like Flow 3 on the tablet/phone.
Yeah.
And check out their bridges, hexes, and warps variations.
Yeah, I played warps, man. That messed my head up because now you have to think in a totally new way. The hexes I couldn't get so much into because it felt a little wonky, but the bridges is good.
About the only games I bother actually playing on a tablet.
Yeah.
And something for Stu and Chinny.
Oh, yeah.
Find it ironic that Duke tells you how to pronounce French words when... Personally, I've yet to hear any American pronounce the word coupe correctly.
What word?
Coupe.
There you go. Coupe.
Coupe?
Yeah, you lot say coupe.
Yeah.
Well, does it have an accent aigu on it?
Yeah, it does.
Like the car?
Yeah, a coupe. Yeah, it does. There's an accent on the E.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then it should be coupe. You're right.
It is coupe. What do you mean it should be? It is. But you go coupe.
I've never seen it written that way.
Because Americans can't be fucking bothered.
They don't even bother putting the E on it.
It means cut off, and presumably it refers to like part of the car being cut off.
I don't know, but it's coupe. It is coupe.
Okay. Don't be smart, Duke. Just accept that we're right.
All right, fine. Let's finish this sound pipe.
Damn it.
There you go.
Guys, love the show. Speak to you again soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Kosagan. I learned something today, so thank you for sending that in.
Kosagan. We like it. He corrected Duke.
A car with a fixed roof and 2 doors.
Coupe.
There you go. I can't believe you Googled it.
Carrosse Coupe. Mid-19th century French.
It's blown your mind, dude.
Yeah. Cut carriage.
Dude, your mind is blown.
Four-wheeled enclosed carriage for 2 passengers and a driver. Yeah. Huh. It should be coupe. Check it out, Americans. Pronounce it coupe, God damn it.
Anyway,
I feel like Duke is going to run out of his house now and start shouting that.
Hey, everybody! Hey, what I learned today. Putting it on TIL.
And the guy over the road is like, oh, fucking hell, he's doing it again.
Is that weird American who speaks in French?
No, he lives over the road from him. So he wouldn't say that it's that weird American. He'd say it's that guy who speaks French.
That weird bloke who speaks French.
Let's end the show because I'm dying.
Yeah, let's just do some shout-outs and get
Thank
the hell
you for
out.
the new speak pipes, by the way.
Thank you.
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
Duke, over to you.
Yeah, I'll shout out Mark Hanix because he just shared something with me from Gaming Bible. There's a house that looks exactly like the Simpsons house, and I don't know if that's the one they built in Las Vegas or wherever, but it's awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Mark Hanix. I need to shout out Harley Dan because he's the man. He asked during the course of the show, hey, Duke, do you still have access to my games? Because we were doing the Steam sharing thing for a while. And I said, no, I've had some login problems. I don't want to fiddle with anything now that I've got it set up correctly. So just no, thank you, but thank you. And he said, oh, but you need to play this game. And I'm like, yeah, I'll play it someday. And then he gifted it to me.
What's he gifted you?
Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh, good game.
I know. I've heard great things, and I want to play it, so now I have it. Now, I can't promise I'm going to play it real soon, because I'm not another goddamn...
This time next year, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go through what I have here in front of me. Destiny 2, Diablo 3, Inquigigwig, Fallout 4, Ghost Recon, Life is Strange.
Yeah, but let's be honest, you don't play any of those games. You just play freaking Rocket League.
But those are the games that I am committed to finishing before I start anything else new.
Yeah, true, I guess.
That's my pile of shame. I'm not actually doing a dirty 30, but if I did, those would be on it.
Yeah, that'd be dirty 15.
Yeah, also. Exactly. There was someone else I needed to shout out. I think it was Fumu did something on Twitter that I really appreciated. So let's see if I can figure out what that was. I'll just assume it was him. Yeah, thanks, Fumu. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what for, but
is that it? You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm going to give a shout out to everybody who contributes to the show. So it's cool that people who come in the chat, Hardly Dan, Baron
Lazy shout out.
Shut up, you. I'm going to be lazy. I don't care. Mr. Steve was in earlier. You know, Fraser Moo, all those people who send us in speak pipes every week, people who send us in emails every week. It makes the show. It is what it is. You know, without those things, it wouldn't be what it is today. There you go. And that's it, I guess. And obviously my mate for letting me play his Vive, and I'm going around there tomorrow to play some more Vive. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Stulek52. Sorry, Stulek, because he likes Haritos. Yeah. What?
What the hell is a Harito?
It's a great soda. It comes from Mexico.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Chinny, over to you.
Yeah, I think I'll shout out my PUBG crew. So my PUBG crew is Fraser, Kev, Sean, who doesn't listen to the show, so I can say whatever I want about Sean. Fuck you, Sean. Real Kahuna or Neil. And those are the people that I play with the most. And I haven't played with Marcanix that much, but I know he plays. Gary D. Felice as well. I know he plays, but I'm not on the same time. So yeah, and PUBG is going to be coming to the Xbox One. So by the time you listen to this will be the 7th when this is released. So what I'm thinking of doing...
Are you going to buy it? You're going to fucking buy it,
instantly.
Oh my God.
Not even a debate. So what I'm thinking about doing is, and we don't do them very often, but doing a bit of a playdate thing.
I think people will be playing it as well. You're not going to be on your own there, are you?
No. So I'm going to buy PUBG for the Xbox, and let me know, Chinny on Xbox Live, and if you are completely new to PUBG, or you're
gonna get owned, son.
Yeah, you're out because fuck you, you loser. No, it's all fine. But I warn you now, we need to get some fucking chicken. All right. So yeah. If you're looking forward to playing it, I know Step J has been hammering at the bit, as they say, to play it. I think I'm going to do a bit of a play date. Don't know when. Yeah, I know. I think it's out on the 12th, which is the Tuesday. So maybe the 13th of December, because Wednesday nights are very good nights for me to do it. I'll stream it live. You'll be on the show, on the stream thing. And I stream live Wednesday and Thursday every week. So I'm thinking about doing that. But shout out to PUBG crew. What?
There you go. And that's it. We're done.
That's it. We're done, people. Thanks for listening.
Cool. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Bye.
Outro song. The end of the show. You fucking pricks. Turn the podcast off. Oh, wait, you don't need to do that because it'll turn off when it ends. Why don't you listen to another podcast, you ungrateful fuck?
Stop. Duke, stop. Duke, stop. Duke.
Hey.
Harley Dan,
What's happening? What is going on?
Harley Dan has just gifted me a game.
Oh my god!
What's he gifted you?
But it's Hellblade. But I don't need it, do I, Stu?
No, you don't, because I've got it, and you share
What do I do?
Steam games.
What do I do?
Look, just say thank you. Just say thanks.
Look, can I give it back?
I don't think you can.
Oh.
You can you not reject it? Because then...
No,
I'm very grateful, Dan. I'm very, very grateful, but I didn't really need it.
But at least you can play it when I'm not playing. There you go.
Which will be any time.
It's a way of supporting the publisher.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Gonna do something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV, turn on slow movies. Why don't you?
The circus is in town. You know, we've gotten rid of slavery, child labor. How in the hell do we still have the circus? Honestly, the circus would look, I'm sure, I don't know when they invented the circus in 1 AD. I'm sure back then, when there was nothing else to do except be afraid of the sun. Yeah, the circus was great. But imagine pitching the circus now as an entertainment destination. Hey, I got this great idea for families and kids. You got to hear this, man. You're going to love this. We're going to put up a tent on the outskirts of town, and we're going to fill it with depressed animals. Slow. Did I say walking? I meant trudging. Trudging counterclockwise in an oval. And while they do it, we're going to play creepy Calliope music over them. Just this echoey. Their spirits broken. No connection to the wild. Sorry, you said this is for like families and kids? Because this sounds really grim and creepy. Well, you didn't let me finish. Because we're also going to have men in bright clothing and makeup. Time out. You mean like transvestites, right? Well, technically, yes, but they're going to keep going so that they're clowns. You realize a clown is just a transvestite that doesn't stop.
That's Patton Oswalt, people. You're welcome.
Yeah, there you go. Apparently, you can give it back, Ginny. So there you go.
Yeah, I can give it back. So Dan, thanks very much for the gift. I do appreciate it. It's very nice. The last thing I wanted to talk about is: have you got your Christmas decorations up, you two?
Nope.
Oh, we don't do that shit.
No, I know Duke doesn't do it.
We do it, but we haven't done it yet.
Tara was so mad at how late I left it last year, so I've done it early this year. So
are you up? Is everything up?
They're up.
Oh my god! No, we.
And
we
also,
don't
I got a tree.
Next week we do them.
I got a tree for the stream. And
you got a tree for the stream?
I've got.
Oh my god!
Gonna be a tree.
My streams in December will be Christmassy.
Sweet.
Okay.
I do love Christmas.
Bust it, people. Check it out.
I see you've put up a picture of the thumb biter there. Is that your thumb biter?
What?
Duke, he's put up a picture of the thumb biter. Is that right?
What are you talking about? Where?
I don't know. I'm just
sorry, my dog. Duh. Yes, we took the dog to the private dog park today. It was awesome. Special shout out to the Duchess for making that happen. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a good time, and there was nobody around. There was no dogs for him to fight with.
There you go. That's always a good thing.
It's a private dog park, so we know there won't be anybody else around. It's great.
Cool.
Yeah.
So let me just a minute now. Is there a private dog park? There must be other dogs there, is there not?
No, because you reserve it 1 hour at a time.
Oh, I get you. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a great setup.
VIP.
Yes, nothing but the best for our dog. Only the finest gourmet thumbs served to him.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Especially your own. There you go. It's all good.
All right, guys. All right. Peace out.
Catch you later.
Hardly Dan says, do you know the dates of EGX? I need to book the accommodation. Yes, we do. They've already been announced, haven't they, for next year?
Have they?
I think so, yeah. I think the dates are out.
Am I going to be on my honeymoon?
I don't know. Let's have a look. EGX 2018, that's when it is.
Yeah, well, I guess that part, mate.
20 to 23rd of September it will be.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're away? I'm guessing you are.
Yeah, I'm not going to be there.
You're not going to be there.
20 to the 23rd.
Yeah, 20 to the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to be in America. Fuck yeah. That's where you're going to be.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. That's you.
I'll be married.
Getting married? Well, you'll be married. You'll be married.
That's what I just said. I said I'll be married.
You will be married. Is Duke still there?
I'm still here.
God, I thought you'd gone.
Well, I do need to go, but...
You're sneaky. You're sneaky, though. You were sneaky. We're so used to just disappearing. Well, usually just go.
I'm going now. Have a good night, guys.
You don't have to. I'm not trying to get rid of you.
No, he's going.
I was looking for time to get away, so now I'm getting away.
Go.
Go.
It's a good job I didn't say anything rude about him, isn't it?
Yeah. Twat.
I know, yeah. So there you go. Yeah, it'd be me with GoPros and giving them out to other people and all that bollocks.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Oh, when you get the key cut.
What?
The key cut for your house, and then I can stop there while I'm going.
Yeah, fuck off. That's not a bad idea, actually.
You can send it me in the post. It's fine.
It's
I'll
not
look
the,
after your
it's
house.
not
Make
the
sure it's
worst idea you've had there, Stu.
Why?
Because
Why?
because I trust you.
Yeah.
Right. I completely trust you. I've got no problem with you. And you can look after the house for a bit.
I can. I was only joking, but that's fine.
It's not a bad idea.
Actually, to be fair, that's easier because you could leave all the shit for me. I can just collect it from your house rather than you having to mess around posting stuff.
It's not a terrible idea. It's not a terrible idea. You'd have a safe, warm house to go to. You'd look after our house for a weekend.
I would. I was joking, but that's fine by me.
Yeah, we'd leave a bit of food for you, and we'd expect payment.
It would be weird though, being in your house without you there.
Yeah.
That would be a bit odd, but
Dan wants in as well. Fucking hell. Oh, God. Oh no, what have I done? I don't know.
Shit, did you forget you were still streaming?
Yeah, no, I didn't. It's fine.
What game do I want? I have got a wish list, actually. I have got a wish list. What's on my wish list?
Well, Dan, you don't need to spend your money.
He doesn't need to buy his stuff, though, to be fair. I've got games.
Dan, stop it. Spend your money on things that you want to do.
Buy something for yourself, mate. I'd rather you buy something that you want.
No, buy a fucking surfboard or something.
Yeah, no. It's lovely that he's offering, I'll be honest. It is lovely.
It is. Dan, buy me a fucking set of golf clubs instead.
Yeah, what do you want for your wedding present?
Come on, yeah. Buy me take a chunk off my mortgage, Dan. That'll do.
Yeah.
Buy me something. That's like if somebody says, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas, Mike?" It's like, "I want a chunk off my mortgage." What are you gonna do?
You want to hear something funny? Talking of mortgages.
No, not really.
You know, something funny. They've just changed the interest rates.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because they hadn't altered, we'd done loads of overpayments, and they never altered our actual payment.
Yeah.
When the interest rate went up, our mortgage payment went down by 40 quid a month.
Fantastic.
Yeah, there you go, 40 quid a month, man. Yeah, do you know how much our mortgage payment a month is now?
Do you want to say? Well, I'm still streaming, by the way.
It doesn't matter, okay?
Okay.
£85 a month.
Fuck you.
85 quid a month our mortgages.
Yeah, well, how long have you been paying it though?
Well, we finish in 2 years. Yeah. So we finish in 2 years. Well, yeah.
It doesn't really make a difference, does it? Like, you're not going to miss that, really.
Difference has he got to make? Finish mortgage. Oh, we're 85 quid.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it when the mortgage goes out.
It's 80 quid a month, but
I could be driving my car, and then the moment that it gets transferred out my bank, I feel it. I go, oh, fuck. Yeah, it hurts, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, Stu, I'm gonna go.
Okay. No worries, man.
Yeah, I'll be streaming on fucking Wednesday and Thursday. So if anyone's listening,
I would say we should do something, but I'm going around to find Chewies, and I'll probably be very drunk.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I want to play PUBG or anything, so it's fine.
I've got that. Well, I have got that on your list, but that wouldn't work.
Cool. All right. We're done.
I will speak to you soon, as always.
Bye.